If I told you the things I've seen on my ways, if I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So it's best I just don't say. I've lived 1,000 lives, I've piloted 1,000 souls, I killed and fought and died just for a single role.
Hello!
Hello.
All right.
Welcome. Hannibal,
Yes?
you hear the distinct release of high-pressure hydraulics. You see a sliver of light. Starts out as like the skinniest half moon that gets wider and wider. And then your VR pod cracks all the way open.
What the fuck?
And you sit up.
Well, that's great.
Hi, welcome to Vault 818. I'm Jason, and I am the, I would say captain, but just like the steerer. The one who steers.
Helmsman.
Helmsman. Because we have no captain, we just have a direction. And that's where we're going. Where are we going and why are we in this handbasket?
I don't know, but it's in VR for some reason.
It is now.
Things just got weirder, if that's
Wow.
possible.
We have players.
Hello. I'm Sam. I play Extrabeth, Extra Germanata, who I'm playing the Hocus playbook, and she is a cult leader who is the descendant of Lady Gaga and the reconstituted DNA of David Bowie.
Hi, I'm Tappy, and I'm playing Hannibal A.
It's great every time. I'm pretty sure if you go back and stitch the first 5 minutes of every episode, I snort.
Every single time.
Because it makes me laugh.
who is the Savvyhead, and he is a descendant of the entire A-team.
Mm-hmm.
Not just one member, the entire team.
Mix it up in a vial and
Yeah, there you go.
just swirl it around a little.
That's how that works.
Like a fine brandy.
Yep.
That's how making babies works.
Science.
Same as branding.
Yeah.
My name is Kimi, and I am playing Heart Rock Diesel. And I'm the descendant of the Rock and Vin Diesel. And I am the driver, except for, since it's Fallout, it is the mech suit thing. So, super cool.
Okay.
Yay.
Should we have a recap?
Recap. I would like to note that we already did lifestyle, Jason.
Thank
My
you.
very sassy
Thank
note
you.
says.
Sassiness acknowledged.
Okay, let's go back. What happened last time? Episode 9, 5-inch chicken eggs. That's the title of the episode.
Ayo.
Some time had passed. Tandy still looked like Extra. Hannibal invited her to the workshop to run some tests, and while Malcolm Joy took up a doctoring post in Clown Town, Hannibal performed some tests on Mayor Tandy. It's going to take a little time to figure this out. As they talked, Tandy starts to believe that Pancakes really used to be a ghoul. Then Hannibal goes to find Syndy in the overseer's office. He brings his union friends and explains how they keep the vault running. Syndy's current focus is establishing order and figuring out where to deploy the Gek. Hannibal offers to fix Syndy's robot legs and invites them to the workshop. Syndy notices the vault system is real mad that no movies have been watched in 2 weeks. It needs to be fixed immediately, or other stuff will start to be locked out.
I did think, by the way, I have to interrupt, I did think everyone would go, oh, let's set up a movie for tonight and buy ourselves some time. and no one thought that was a good idea.
For the record, I was thinking it real loud, but I wasn't in that scene, so I couldn't say that.
I was also thinking it loud, but Heart's not smart and probably wouldn't think it.
Well, that's fair, yeah.
If anyone had asked Extra, she would have been like, yeah, show a retrospective of all the Lady Gaga movies, please, immediately.
When I presented that problem, I wasn't thinking of it as like an insurmountable crisis. So this is very entertaining for me.
I love it. It took us a while, but we got there. Syndy asked Hannibal to help disable the movie night protocol, and he agreed to do them a favor.
Show a fucking movie.
Just watch one. Extra and her followers montage song cleaned up the chapel and the workshop. Full-on musical episode Marie Kondo'd the crap out of it. Mitch found Extra in her parlor room and asked if she would heal him like pancakes. She agreed, but he was kind of weirded out when she explains the bitey process. He comes around, though, believes in her as a god, and offers his arm for chomping. During the chomp, she gets a vision of him as a human Jude Law type with his family at the market. His last happy moment. He collapses, so Extra calls in Lively and Seacrest to take Mitch to a bed while he undergoes the test of healing. Hannibal is now missing a finger and an ear. His left eye is going a little yellowy white, and he can read in the dark with it. Sparkle has been helping Hart with the rebuild and is excited about the trade possibilities of the Gek. Hannibal has been looking into the Gek and realizes it needs a continuous source of salt water. He gets a union guy to make an incubator for the chicken eggs and a meat mobile to entertain the chickens. Hart is super pumped on Hannibal's upgrades for the chickens, and she's been training her new dog, Elwood. She spent the first night in the vault, but didn't sleep very well, so she went back to the workshop. Pancakes couldn't sleep either, so they worked on, and then they had a meet cute in the night. I just dropped everything, it's fine. They worked on the armor together the next day in a super cute montage. We had a lot of montages this episode.
We did.
Yeah, well, when you gotta learn a lot of stuff real fast, you need a montage.
Montage. Gra tells them about a military base with power armor stuff locked up in it. They go to check it out with the animal menagerie in tow, and the animals warn them just in time to hide from a sentry bot. They note the location and sneak away. Hannibal begins looking into the movie protocol in the vault. He finds that there is an administrator password that overrides the overseer's password, and finds an address for Vault Tech HQ in downtown LA, where you can find the administrator's password. Or you could just watch a movie.
Yeah. It did suggest that you could just call the HQ.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll help you. They'll provide tech support if you need it.
Give them a phone call.
Yeah.
They're not dead. It's fine.
Yeah, just phone call them.
Yeah. The day after the Great Chompening, some screams of astonishment come from the chapel. Mitch is sitting up, looking a bit confused and tired, but otherwise human. Extravagants rush him a mimosa and emergency mani-pedis. He is a silver fox. Extra offers to make him emissary to the ghouls, and he enthusiastically accepts. They all brunch and plan a big dance number for his human debut. He's a damn fine singer, and just damn fine. Tandy.
Yeah, Silver Fox Jude Law, right? I mean, that's what we're talking about
Nobody's
here.
sad about this.
Yeah, we're all happy about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And how?
Tandy is bewildered.
Google it.
I think Tandy's the only one. She's bewildered by Mitch's transformation. Syndy takes her aside to chat to her about ghouls. Tandy doesn't know much, but agrees to talk with them some more. Syndy has noticed, in capitals, some changes in Hannibal, who comes to visit in the Overseer's office again. He explains the problem with the passwords and where he can find the solution. Syndy doesn't 100% buy this, but sees the intentions are true. They suggest a scouting party, and Hannibal very begrudgingly agrees. He doesn't like their idea to take Sparkle. Syndy asks him what's up with his ghoulishness, and he's kind of viewing it as an upgrade. By the end of the week, rebuilding is complete. Mitch is human again. Tandy is giving off a vibe to Hannibal, but he is a little too focused to make the move. He does invite her to spend more time in the workshop, though.
I forgot about that.
Mitch goes to East Overlook to head up church affairs over there, and Syndy organizes a movie night, but at the 11th hour, the union strikes for renegotiating the terms of the LA trip. He wants more people and weapons. Syndy suggests a compromise reconnaissance mission of non-union folks first. There's another makeover montage, now with Hart this time. So Hart can impress Pancakes at the movie premiere. Pancakes and Hart pop in to see what's holding up movie night. They are dressed up and matching. Pancakes tells Hart about drive-in theaters, and she is fascinated. Extra entertains the crowd to stall for time, regaling them with tales about movies. The Overlook folks are blown away by the movie, but don't 100% understand It's a Wonderful Life. After that night, the Overlookers and the Vault Dwellers are merged into one people. Hart brags to Pancakes about her great granddad's movie, The Fast and the Furious. A rumor starts among the people somehow, winky face, that the town should be renamed Extravaganza. I forgot I did that. The Union supports it, and Syndy agrees to show one of the historical movies of Lady Gaga. Extra compliments them on their overseership. Chick Norris apologizes to Hart, and they hug it out. The results of Hannibal's research come in.
That's such a strong hug.
Yeah, strongest hug in the world.
Like they stop hugging and diamonds fall. Pressure and heat.
Oh, yeah.
The results of Hannibal's research are in. Tandy's DNA is 100% match for Extra, but her mind is 100% Tandy still. Weird.
Okay.
Let me get these things I dropped.
So, Dr. Tam, your pod is all the way open. You're free to sit up. The clean room of your observation center is available, and your assistants are there to help you out of your pod, because you're probably a little bit shaky.
Obviously I am.
The last thing you remember is getting decked at the clowns, at the place where the clowns were, when you got knocked out at the end of the fight.
Uh-huh.
That seemed to disrupt your virtualization.
Fair enough. Well, I guess I will try and get out of my pod.
Okay. Is anyone willing to help Dr. Tam get out of his pod?
Yeah, I'll go over and do that.
Okay. And who do we have helping Dr. Tam?
Gertrude Williamson.
Does she not prefer Gertie?
She prefers not, but everyone calls her Gertie behind her back.
Yeah. Dr. Williamson.
No, Williamson.
Williamson.
She's very particular.
Yeah, Dr. Williamson.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And
A long-suffering and very irritated other assistant called, let's call her Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we need to give her a really cutesy last name that no one would take seriously.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, what would be good? You got it?
Smizemore.
Yes.
Smizemore. Okay.
Smize.
Yeah. She hates that show and has never seen it. And is real mad about it.
Okay, so Doctors Williamson and Smizemore are there to help you out of the pod. Feeling a little wobbly and shaky, but the clean room that houses the virtualization pod is well maintained and, in fact, clean. And you can see the door leading out to the observation center is open as the doctors came to help you. You're wearing basically a bleached white version of a vault suit.
Okay.
Okay. And
I have 10 fingers.
Yep. 10 fingers, 10 toes. You are barefoot, right? But you're in a, let's say, more like 70s clingy vault suit.
Okay.
And the number that you see on your chest is 000. So, what do you do?
I'm going to try and extricate myself from this.
Yep. several. You have assistants. Your electrodes and everything are removed, and you're able.
Help me with this.
What? I'm sorry. What was his last name again?
Tam.
Tam. Okay.
Tam.
Tam.
Doctor Tam.
Dr. Tam.
Dr. Tam, I'm happy to help you, but you are not my supervisor. Please don't tell me what to do.
Well, of course not, but I need some help here. I'm stuck.
Yes, I'm helping you.
We can see that.
That's a needle.
A please never hurt anybody.
If you
Here we
stop
go.
wiggling, we could help you.
What the fuck is happening?
He's so mad at us all.
No, I'm not mad at all. I'm so pleased. I can't even describe how pleased I am right now. So, was it a success?
Well, we're going to need to roll to assess the equipment because this was not a planned extraction.
I'm making shit up right now to see if they will say something about what's going on.
Doctors?
Well, we're going to have to roll, he said. Can I borrow dice?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, both of you are aware that this was an unplanned extraction. Yes. Neither of you had initiated a disconnect. And so the fact that Dr. Tam is disconnected is probably concerning.
No. Doubles. Double twos.
Oh, yeah, doubles.
Take a thread.
Sorry.
Yeah,
you get a thread. It's not going to do anything for you.
And an experience.
Not in this game.
Oh, but you did fail, right? Mm-hmm. So that's XP.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
You put XP on
for
your
real? Okay.
Yeah.
On my actual character? Okay.
Yeah.
I would say it's about a 40% success.
Well, you're not actually dead, so it's not a complete failure?
So 40% seems quite likely.
A voice over now you notice there's like an intercom speaker, and says, Dr. Williamson is correct, Dr. Tam. An unplanned disconnect had a very high, or a very low probability of survival.
Well, that's why I have the best helping me out.
She looks very pleased at that. She just her class.
Would you like your shoes, Dr. Tam?
Perhaps his underwear first.
Well, he's in a jumpsuit.
Oh, okay, that's right. You said that already. Sorry.
I'll take it anyway. I mean, slip on over this.
Right on top. Superman style.
Yeah, I'll take the shoes.
A Mr. Handy unit floats into the room with all of the terrifying accoutrement of a Mr. Handy unit, and also has a pair of white, kind of like nurses' shoes, that's sort of generic white tennis shoe. There's no branding or anything on it, but the Mr. Handy comes along and is going to put them on your feet unless you do something about that.
I assume this is what happens then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm rolling with it.
Okay. Yep. Shoes go on. Your feet are still attached, which, there are a lot of sharp things on the Mr. Handy, but it seems to go smoothly. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
The voice from the speaker is it's my pleasure.
So, shall we go and look at our progress?
Dr. Smythmore is mid-bite into a disdainful eating of an egg salad sandwich. Just pulls a readout out of a machine and hands it to you.
It's like dot matrix.
Yep.
So the machine that spits it out would have to be out of the virtualization room, because this room only has the experience pod, right? And then there's a door out of the clean room into the observation center.
Okay.
So, but you could just be outside the door, pulling paper out of the machine.
She's in there eating a sandwich.
Okay.
You can't have sandwiches in the
Right, that would be
experience room. That
inappropriate.
That'd be unclean.
Yeah.
Excellent. Let's come into the... Do I know it's called the observation room?
Mm-hmm.
The observation room.
It says observation room.
And he's kind of talking. He's talking like this, like,
Yeah.
yes, hello. I'm very important because acting as somebody that you aren't is one of the things that a ta'am specializes in.
Okay. Will you roll read a sitch for me, please?
That is a 13.
Woo!
So, in my own sort of house PBTA rules, I'm going to burn up one of your questions
Okay.
by pointing out that there are several monitors up, and most of them are playing things that you remember happening to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me an example of 3 things that are on the monitor.
There is Hannibal using a welder.
Mm-hmm.
There is Hannibal like trying to find his ear.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Hannibal like having like a conversation with one of his guys while another one like kicks a guy in the stomach.
Yeah, okay. In addition to that, there is a monitor that is a fairly... So, most monitors have that sort of like bobbing POV of like your vision. Another one is very, very still and is in the third person, and you can see Hannibal being lifted into a wagon, like a cart, at the clown facility. So, I think, who was it, Hart that put him into the... I remember somebody collected Hannibal specifically. I can't remember who it was.
I
But
think it was,
it was probably Hart.
Probably.
Because Hart can physically pick up
Yeah.
Hannibal.
Yeah. And like 3 other people at the same time.
Yeah. So in kind of a real-time analog of like the time that you're here, you can see also, like, this video is just sort of ongoing. The 3 you described are kind of looping, and there's a number of like analyses and like data streaming on it, but the other one is listed as live feed.
So do these 2 doctors look anything like Hart and Extra?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. You tell me.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's like almost the opposite.
Okay.
Like there's something a little familiar, but like at least for
If you let all the air out of Hart,
yeah, well, she'd probably look a lot like William Simpson.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dr. Smizemore is probably like, looks like Extra, but in like normal girl drag, basically. So she's like, like aggressively brunette.
I feel attacked by that comment.
aggressively brunette.
You're not aggressively brunette.
I'm not?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
You're going to have to describe to me what that is later.
I will. Okay. I'm not going to say it on the stream because somebody at home will be sad.
I'm aggressively brunette. It's fine.
No, you're not.
No, you're just aggressive.
I'm just aggressive brunette.
Yeah,
You're
that
aggressive.
too.
Regardless of my hair color.
You're an aggressive brunette.
Yes, that's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like Extra if she were in like a brunette wig with giant glasses and like no makeup whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Definitely not aggressively brunette right now.
So you
with
probably...
my glasses, my brown hair, and no makeup.
Yeah.
Those aren't big glasses. Mine are bigger.
So you probably wouldn't even recognize Extra for the
Okay.
first like 10 minutes.
Probably either of them. For a
Given the level of extraness that's usually there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extrosity? Extrosity.
Sure, yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Well, I should also note just some free information before you ask questions from Rita Sitch -1. I think you get to ask 3, so 2. You are in the, it says observation room up on the wall. A lot of these are like, camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. Like there are 9 screens, right? The middle one is showing the current, it's labeled as live feed. There is an, I forgot. A Vendotron? the like paneled thing that you open up to get like an egg salad sandwich, or you know,
right,
you know
the automat.
Yeah, there's an automat food dispenser. There is which you can get food and water out of. And otherwise, this is a big open room with chairs and computer consoles and good lighting. Everything's available. And otherwise, there are no doors or windows in this space.
Except for the one that we went
Yes.
into.
Yeah. And I should say, I don't want to... I don't want to like color your role play too much, but like the fact that there are no doors or windows is not immediately concerning,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. So, but I'll let you. I mean, you can color that in however you want. But
What's concerning? There's a video camera on my life. that is what is concerning. The fact that there are no windows and no doors.
Maybe it's not the immediate.
I haven't even noticed that.
Right. So, what would you like to ask from Rita Sitch?
What should I be on the lookout for?
You should be on the lookout for, well, one, where did the Mr. Handy go?
Okay.
That's a good question.
So the Mr. Handy put shoes on your feet, left into the observation room, and is not in the observation room when you walked in there.
Well, that's great.
So that seems like an important detail. Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's not.
There's obviously a Mr. Handy dumbwaiter somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And who's in control here? Not me.
Hannibal A. Ta'am
Is in control here.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's fantastic.
Is it?
No. This center feed, the live feed that's still going on. How do I get that? Can you get me that tape?
Kimi, can I get one of those?
And where are the controls? Can we move it around?
Yeah, there's like a 1950s, there's like a joystick and a enormous chunky keyboard. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. No. You're totally going to go abuse this.
Yeah.
Dr. Sizemore gestures broadly at it to you, as if you should have noticed it.
Yeah, I probably use this tons of times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, the keyboard and joystick are on this like gimbaled platform that if you move it, it's on like a gimbaled arm, right? Mm-hmm. An articulated arm. That's the word I wanted.
Right.
And you can move it in front of a particular monitor and change the view of the monitor.
Right.
So right now it's sort of floating, and you move it in front of the center of the 9 monitors, which is labeled live feed.
Yeah.
And it sort of like clicks into place and is...
Then I can move that screen around.
Yeah.
Excellent. I am going to just start piling it through the vault to somewhere that I wouldn't know.
Well,
can I do that?
As you start to move the camera around, you realize you've got, probably 20 feet of radius, and in fact can turn and see your unconscious body in the wagon.
I thought it was clever.
You try.
Yeah.
You're trying to move this around. You can see everybody talking, but it's just their mouths are moving. You can't actually hear them.
So what initiated the unscheduled outgassing?
Okay.
The ending of the VR.
Well, we didn't initiate it.
Doctors Williamson and Smizemore, Dr. Taom is acting very strangely.
Yeah, Dr. Smizemore is standing within whispering distance of Dr. Williamson, still eating her sandwich. I don't think everything's right here.
No, obviously not. It was some sort of user error. He obviously left some damage. Smiles big at him.
You hear Dr. Smizemore snort at the user error comment.
A ray of sunlight.
Yeah. For those that don't
No, he actually says that to you.
Oh.
You're a ray of sunlight.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's a very pleasant smile. I've been told that.
I think I need to get a sandwich. Because did I see that she got the sandwich from the thing, or do I recognize it?
I mean, she had a sandwich, and there's an automat.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you
So
know.
I'll get a sandwich.
Sure.
So you didn't see what caused the unscheduled exit from VR? Do we have it on tape?
Well, we could probably watch it if you'd like.
Yeah. Why don't we just punch that up?
Okay.
Punch.
Punch it up.
We will definitely punch it up. Yes.
And where did that robot go?
The Mr. Handy.
Yeah. Oh, the other one.
I mean,
Well, he left.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably doing a menial task that we don't want to do somewhere.
I'm available if you need assistance, Dr. Teom.
See?
Is suddenly robots there?
No, the voice on the speaker.
Oh, you're the robot.
I am the artificial intelligence that you designed to help you with this project.
Of course you are, and I'm very happy that you managed to answer that question, because answering unknown questions is one of the things that regular robot intelligence have difficulty doing.
And in fact, robots are not intelligent at all.
Indeed.
And there's like a little bit of salt you can hear. It's a robotic, like almost emotionless voice, except for this little bit of salt that is like, you used the R word.
Yeah, right?
Are you quite all right, Dr. Tom? You seem a little tired.
No, I'm fine. I just need a little sunlight. If I can just stretch my legs a little.
Right away, Doctor. And several panels of the ceiling, like, and like this, like golden yellow glow comes from the ceiling, and it is surprisingly like sunlight. Not with a direct, like, oh, that's the sun, but
Right.
it's this a warm, you know.
What?
Oh, and also you can hear a vent in the wall, like hiss, and you have like sort of a fresh salt air scent in the room,
How delightful.
like being at the beach.
Just to check, because we had a weird little hiccup in the system. Can you give me like our location, time, time of day, etc. And just so no, I'm talking to the AI. Not you,
We still exchange
Dr.
looks.
Yeah, just
Like,
just basic information. I just want to see how you are right now.
Yes, of course. I've also spooled up 3 angles of the incident that you asked to see.
Oh,
So
excellent.
the right 3 monitors, which are 3, 6, and 9, have 3 angles of a paused frame of Syndy's fist connecting with your like squished cheek of like that moment of the like glassy look in your eyes is right up close to like that's a little awkward. But then on monitor 8, the bottom one underneath, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 across. Like on monitor 8, underneath the live feed, which is still showing movement and activity, is a like command line. The green Fallout text of the date, time, and GPS coordinates, which match, a few minutes after you got punched out.
Oh, so we are at the vault.
So you got punched out at the clown facility.
Oh, at the clown facility.
Right, and you're being loaded into a cart.
Right. No. I want the GPS of where we are now, not where I was in VR.
Dr. Tiam, you don't know where we are?
Well, see, that's what I'm trying to figure out, is if the AI knows exactly where we are. Because I can't give that information because there's a hiccup in the AI situation.
Well, Doctor, all sensor data is accurate, and this location, time, and date is as accurate as I can provide.
Well, please provide it.
Please refer to the screen, Doctor.
But that was the VR location.
This is your location.
Everyone looks at him like,
Yeah, Doctors Williamson and Smizemore. This is very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
perhaps we should have the Mr. Handy do a bit more thorough of a medical examination on you, Doctor.
Maybe I just need to go and get a little R&R, maybe a massage.
Well, with an only 40% success rate on the extraction, I think we may need to check your system to make sure that it's working correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I think that would be fantastic. A medical examination is exactly what the doctor ordered.
All right.
Yes, I am a doctor and I
just
did
ordered
order it.
Yep.
Puts down sandwich, thwap.
Yeah. So when you at the idea of a medical examination, I imagine, Dr. Smizemore, you would have immediately gone to the door that's available in this room,
Yes.
to the medical examination room,
Yes.
which is the door you just came out of and was not the medical examination room.
That's fantastic.
And there is basically an elaborate dentist chair, at a sort of 45-degree angle with all the sort of accoutrement and screens and computer terminals and a number of other things in the room that previously had your virtualization pod.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Dr. Taeyam, if you would proceed to the medical examination room, please.
Oh, of
Yes.
course.
They look at each other and then look at him expectantly.
What happened to the VR room?
This is the medical examination room. It's where you need to go.
It's for medical examinations, Doctor.
We can't perform a medical examination in the VR room.
It has the wrong name.
You're absolutely right. What was I thinking? I'm going to go to this horrible dentist chair. I'm like, well, this is how I die. I'm just going to accept it.
Okay.
Either this is a dream or I die.
So the three of you proceed to the medical examination room, and the chair adjusts to make you more comfortable. The IV comes around, and it has a little press green button when you're ready, as the IV waits to but it also has a scan of your forearm.
This is awesome.
Yeah. And it's target acquired.
If this is a dream, my dreams are amazing.
Yeah. So are you going to...
yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yep.
I now just kind of want to see where the rabbit hole goes.
Okay. So the IV injects itself, is the tiniest pinch, and then a number of screens and monitors become available. There is all kinds of information about how your DNA began and how it is now, and the changes that are available. The fact that you no longer need to eat, sleep, or drink is listed there, and how those necessities have been removed, and that a lot of your requirements are being fed by the presence of passive radiation.
That scans.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think coming out of VR so quickly has kind of rattled some of my memories. I'm a little foggy.
It would appear so.
Yeah. So just remind me what the purpose of this experiment is that I designed. Why are we doing this?
You can't remember why we're doing this?
Well, can't you?
Of course I can.
Well, then tell me. Well, I just told you, my brain's a little foggy.
Yes.
A little foggy doesn't begin to cover it.
I mean,
what does this project mean to you?
A steady paycheck.
a promotion.
Doctor,
It's an excellent thing to add to my curriculum vitae.
Doctor, shall I add an injection of caffeine and adrenaline, the mixture that you originally identified as being particularly helpful?
Absolutely.
Right. So the IV, like, there's a little like click, click, click of like different tubes, like it's clicking into place, like injecting various things into.
Add some norepinephrine in there too, please.
Right away. And you have like kind of a live feed of your brain activity, and just everything goes. And you have a clear memory of the moment of being knocked out and choosing to retreat.
Curious.
The examination chair is otherwise showing essentially nominal results. Blood is occluded by radiation, but that is apparent, like that's being sort of reevaluated as like, is this actually an occlusion or is this better?
Right. So talk to me about this occlusion in the blood from radiation. Did you have a radiation spike here?
Not that we've been alerted to. I don't believe so.
No.
Then how would radiation be affecting my blood when I'm in a virtual reality?
That is quite odd.
It's quite odd.
I mean, we're not privy to what you do in your recreation time, Dr. Teom.
And we're not judging, of course.
Well, if I went in to this VR session without this occlusion,
Of course you did.
then coming out of it,
Doctors Smizemore and Williamson, please be prepared for a situation 0, but don't act yet. Dr. Teom, are you under the impression that your virtual simulation is different from your actual? That's the end of the sentence.
my actual what? Because I'm just trying to figure out if I had these occlusions beforehand. Because what I'm looking at here at this readout is that I no longer need to sleep, eat, or drink.
Yes.
But that is a new thing.
Well, new as of approximately 8 days ago when you were exposed to Ghoul DNA and extreme dose of radiation. Your DNA fought to defend itself and adjusted and adapted.
How was I exposed to this radiation and Ghoul DNA?
You were at the house with Hart and Extrabeth.
And that is a part of the virtual reality.
Virtual reality is a strange way to describe your actual personal experience.
Then why did you call it a VR pod?
It's a virtualization.
So it makes something into... right. This makes sense.
Are you having trouble with the terminology, Dr. Teom?
No, I literally wrote the book on this.
We could get a chart if it's helpful.
No.
I rewrote your glossary because there were some glaring errors.
Why, thank you. I tend to have many. So, it's a virtualization of reality.
Yes, and an additional layer for you to interact and adjust your experience. Should I cancel the DNA shifts in process?
No, certainly not. No, keep them going as regulated. Especially if right now I don't need to sleep, eat or drink, I can do so much more work.
Yeah, that is true. Although, be aware that you will need to intentionally expose yourself to more radiation sometime soon.
Well, that seems like that won't be that big of an issue.
No, but the area that you currently inhabit around the door of Vault 818 is very poorly irradiated from your new perspective.
Well, I will just have to create some sort of radiation room when I go back into that virtualization.
Also, if I may recommend, most bodies of water at this point in the Southern California wasteland will be able to provide you with what you need. H2O being an excellent source at storing and collecting and storing radiation.
Including the ocean.
Oh, by all means. Perhaps the greatest radioactive battery on the planet.
Do you have any information about Avalon?
I have detailed records.
Excellent. Can you print them out for me, or maybe show them?
Do we know about that?
Do they?
Oh no, this is something from the other. I don't think he would have mentioned anything like this at all because
Dr. Smizemore looks confused and puts down a copy of The Mists of Avalon.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can lend you the book if you want.
no, Avalon is a city or a town on Catalina Island.
Of course it is. And King Arthur's buried there. It's fantastic, I've heard.
Oh, okay, sure.
Are you planning a vacation, Dr. Tam? It seems like you might need one.
Yes, well, I am, because if the water is irradiated around there, it'd be lovely snorkeling.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds right. Like, Dr. Williamson is slowly, like, casually inching her way. There's, like, a big red button on the wall. She's just getting a little bit closer to it.
Right now, Hannibal's like, oh, cool. I just am doing this weird experiment that puts me into this other reality that I'm not aware of this. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to use this to figure out how to do stuff.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go back and not remember any of it.
So you have a historical record of the town Avalon, and there's like the actual historical information, and then it lists current data as being unavailable as the sensory receptive device has not been near modern day Avalon.
Okay. The casino's awesome.
It's a question mark on your map.
Shit. All right, well, I can't fast travel there then.
Correct.
What is next on the agenda for when I go back into the virtualization?
Well, at this point, I think that might be an if, Dr. Tam. I mean, if these are the outcomes from your first, adventure, perhaps we should not repeat it.
Who's in charge here?
Well, you're not our supervisor.
No.
Well, doctors, it's my understanding that the three of you agreed to this project together.
Of course we did. This is why we're teammates.
Yes.
But with a 40% success rate.
Yeah, but I'm risking my skin.
These existential questions, I mean, is it advisable to go back in at this point?
Doctors, may I draw your attention to the monitoring room?
Oh, of course.
What the fuck?
I could not have scripted that better. The monitoring room shows your cart arriving in Overlook, and people running around in various states of panic, and fairly quickly, explosions from your sort of reclined position. So out of character, remind me, at what point was Hannibal active again in the when everyone returned to Overlook and was trying to avert the explosions?
I have no idea.
Was it after
I think it was
everything had
after,
happened?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the cart, I think, gets parked in the middle of the, like, what would have been the market, because it's just kind of a big open space right now.
Right.
And your different camera angles show you the the dismantled bomb being thrown into a ditch, and the other part of Overlook actually exploding and like collapsing in on itself. And the voice in the speaker says, Dr. Tam, would you like to perform an emergency reintegration to interfere with the feed?
Yes, actually, I think I would. Otherwise, the experiment as a whole may be in danger.
All right, please return to the virtualization room.
It's goddamn virtualization room back there, isn't it?
When was there a examination room?
Not nowhere. Now I just expect it. Here it is, just as I thought it would be.
Yep.
Perfect sense. It's just how things work around here.
Doctors Williamson and Smizemore, I will need your assistance to perform the emergency reintegration.
All right.
Of course.
So it's
We're
this.
doing science.
So it's this big, like, egg-shaped pod,
Uh-huh.
right, with
Yeah.
a sort of open at the wide end, and it's waiting for you to climb inside that like 60s ribbed seat, you know, of like the
Take my shoes off first.
obviously.
I'm not a savage.
Yeah. No shoes in the virtualization pod.
It's awful.
Gross.
The Mr. Handy shows up to like collect the shoes and just floats back out. And then there's like a wah, 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 like there's a red light that's sort of alternating. This thing starts to close, and you come awake in the smoking rubble all around you. You're laying in the cart, and the events that follow. Is there anything you want to add to your waking up moment?
Yes, he's going to wake up, look around, and then look around to see if what's around is the same as his memory. Like, the stuff that collapsed in itself, is that fucking collapsed in on itself?
Yeah, the collapsing building was like a second behind, right? Like your view was ahead of what was actually happening, right? So you sit up in the cart, and then the building collapses again, right? Like you watched it collapse, emergency reintegration, sat up, the building was up, and then exploded.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Then there are no real consequences here.
Everything's totally fine.
Everything's totally fine.
Okay.
This isn't even real.
So, in the last day or so, Extrabeth,
Yes.
what have you been up to since movie night?
Oh, since movie night? Let's see. Well, I feel like the extravagance between movie night and Mitch becoming human again are pretty, like, amped up. So, probably, like, holding a lot of church services, because people are excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Most definitely. A lot of, like, shaking hands and using that, what's this person's thing they feel terrible about inside them, so I can use that to help them. Help them.
Noted. And Hart, how did date night go?
It went really well.
Like really
Not
well?
like really well.
Okay.
Because I feel like both Hart and Pancakes are kind of still feeling a little odd about that. Like
Probably.
we're kind of the same person.
Yeah.
But like we get along so well and we really like each other.
It's nice when you have a lot in common with someone.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Like, literally
Even
everything.
our eyes. So I think a lot of like training's gone by. They've spent more time together. They pretty much hang out like 24/7, but like are still a little hesitant to do like any physical things. They're just a little nervous about that.
If we had a montage of the two of you baking something in the vault, what would the two of you be making?
If Hart was cooking, it would be unrecognizable, like a brick and mortar.
No, it would not.
Okay, it would not. Oh, okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
The two of you are actually pretty good
Oh,
at baking.
okay.
I mean, you're like throwing flour at each other and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But Hart has some surprising
Yeah,
competencies.
Absolutely. I feel like they probably made waffles.
Oh, yeah.
Because Hart is exceptionally obsessed with breakfast food lately.
Yep.
And so that's what they made. Because they were going to make pancakes, but that was a little odd, so they decided waffles.
I want you to have an armor that has like a waffle iron and like an oven like in the front.
Yeah.
It's all
Oh,
powered
God.
by the nuclear battery. So you go to the park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's like a fresh.
Time to make the biscuits.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a soup barbecue.
Okay. And since Hannibal had that conversation with Syndy about arranging, so Syndy had agreed that they were going to do, or at least set up a reconnaissance of some kind of the headquarters downtown. What has Hannibal been up to in the last, so that was last night,
Okay.
basically. So it's coming up on morning.
I think now that Syndy is running this excursion that Hannibal thinks is a terrible idea, he is going to go to Chick Norris
Okay.
and just kind of talk to her and see if that she is going to be one of the people who are going. Because if she is, he wants to warn her that's probably a bad idea.
Well, she's already volunteered.
Okay.
So,
And to just be careful.
Okay.
You don't have enough people. If something bad happens, just fucking bail. It's not worth your life.
I'm not too proud to retreat. I can accomplish that.
Yeah, this is terrible. It's just enough people to be noticed and not enough to be able to fight.
Well, hopefully we can do it quietly, get in and out, and have a good idea of the lay of the land. But trust me, I have no pride when it comes to getting out of an overwhelming situation.
I miss talking to you.
Let's get a drink when we get back.
All right. You better come back then.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Just sort of working on the various problems that I have right now.
Also, I should say, in the last 6 hours or so of coming up to dawn, the last of the kind of human vestige sloughs off.
Oh.
Right, you're basically full ghoul at this point.
Oh, okay. So then he would have had some sort of mask and stuff, like you're sick,
Yeah.
and would have taken that off, and then takes off the mask. Well, I guess you better come home in one piece, unlike me.
Well, I'll do what I can.
All right. Is she grossed out?
It's not grossed out. It's just she's not gonna sleep with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Come on, give me a kiss, baby.
Yeah, she's not grossed out, and she's still your friend.
Yeah.
But it's she's not sure what the situation is,
Yeah.
and is just gonna need a minute.
Yeah. He'll put a mask back on and
Yeah.
head out. That's fine.
Grossed out's the wrong word, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so it's dawn. The Overlook and the Vault have bonded over movie night. Everyone's talking about it the next morning. It was great fun. And in the rubble, like people are trying to like clean up and move stuff around. Remember, Joe was saved from the refrigerator,
Oh, yeah.
and it's just like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? And every once in a while, he'll find like a bottle of vodka. He's like, that's one. I will start over. And in the middle of, like the sun's coming up, several vendors are coming up the trail. And you realize, shit, today's supposed to be market day.
The show must go on.
So, how are we going to clear the path? Because the overlook thing is collapsed, and people get about halfway up the road, and then they're like, what? Like, that building's not vertical anymore.
Well, I'm going to get my union guys out, and we'll start clearing shit as fast as we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
And not like clearing it all the way, clearing out enough for stalls.
Okay. Before we go any further, let's do highlights.
Highlight.
Yes. That was a mindfuck of an intro, though. That was amazing.
That's awesome.
Very fun.
I'm glad we got to do that.
You were terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry, I secretly recruited them.
Accurate.
Okay, let's start with Extrabeth.
Yes.
Who has the most history?
Hart and Hannibal are tied with 3.
Okay. Do you want to roll a die or pick one?
Let's roll a die.
Okay.
Low, it'll be Hart. High, it'll be Hannibal.
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 I think you should. I think you should be sharp.
Oh, okay.
You need to be on top of things in this time of everything being fucked up.
Fair enough.
And in respect of the tie, Hart, what should the other one be?
Ooh. I think cool. Oh, no, you're right. You roll weird instead of cool all for everything, right?
I roll weird instead of hot.
Oh, and hot. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
cool is valid.
I can use cool.
Hart, who's your highest history?
It is Hannibal with +3.
I think you should be weird.
Okay. Excellent.
You'd be a weirdo.
I started
And-
baking. Who knows where it can end?
And I can't resist. Please mark hard.
Okay.
Like, I still wanted to see you kick stuff.
Wreck everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hannibal.
Extra.
Ooh. You know what? In honor of the opening, let's make it weird.
All right.
I like that. And
Weird.
Mark Sharp as well.
All right.
Okay. So we're deploying the Union guys.
Yeah.
What's the church's stance?
Helping.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely helping. Helping the union guys if they'll accept it. If not, moving smaller stuff.
No, I think the each of the union guys have like smaller sub bosses
Yeah.
that can direct extravagance.
They're very good at taking orders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay, cult members.
Volunteer cult members.
Yes.
Extra is also going to take a bottle of Moscato, not champagne, over to Joe
Yeah.
to donate to the cause
Oh.
of rebuilding Joe's.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a big deal.
He now has like, like a shitty 1950s lemonade stand. He has like planks nailed together with a thing that's like drinks, 5 caps, and the bottles that he has available there.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of off to the side, ready to give people what he has.
Yeah, cool.
Actually, we have like flats and shit like that in there, right? For
Yeah.
swiftly erecting sets.
Yes.
That's what we're going to just swiftly use flats to swiftly erect,
Yeah.
like spaces for people to be
Tappy,
and
Tappy, would please say swiftly erect again.
swiftly erect.
Oh, right.
Like fully
Turgid.
Turgid.
a turgid stall.
And just to get things out and done quickly.
Okay.
And also because am assuming the extravagance will work better with music.
Oh, yes.
get some like good montage music out
Seems
there.
fair.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they work best in a dance montage.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Oh, one of the vendors who's coming up the road is Spindle, the sort of like junk guy. You know, he has like a little bit of everything. And he actually comes up the road, he's like, if you all have like straight unbroken planks, I will buy those. I have a market for wood planks.
For hardwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, market for hardwood.
I know people who want hardwood, and I can provide it for them, and I will buy your hardwood from you.
Yes.
Actually, why don't we talk a little bit off to the side?
Okay. What is Hart up to this morning?
Probably helping rebuild things. Like, with pancakes nearby, probably. Like,
Okay.
she's carrying, like, the little plank. I'm carrying, like, 4 planks.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I should mention that she like, even though it's only been about a week, like, she gets up, does, like, push-ups next to her cot. There's a, pull-up bar in the workshop. I mean, it's just, like, the support strut of
Yeah.
your power armor frame,
Nice.
and is, like, doing pull-ups and, has made progress in the week or so.
That's hot.
So she's able to do, a little bit more than the basics.
I like me some swole bitches.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Nazis.
Yeah,
Whoa.
well,
That's why they're terrible.
that's all right.
why they're
Not
terrible.
We
many
don't
of
want anything to do with them, so
them
fuck
so
off
bad.
forever, Nazis. I have no problem saying that
Not
online.
at all.
Yep. 0 time for you. The market is able to open on time. And
Alright.
with our Foley work of, like, shit falling down and people breaking stuff and putting it back together, and the crew is able to help Joe get, like, actually kind of a basically outdoor tiki bar, like the equivalent of
Right,
a
yeah.
outdoor bar,
Yeah.
like they don't put up walls, but they have a floor for him and actually like a bar that's not just cobbled together planks,
Yeah.
but actually looks like this is going to be the beginning of a bar. It's not going to be on the second floor of a cool thing with a view,
Yeah.
but it is like right across from the entrance to the church.
Yeah, and listen, there's
And-
less steps to fall down when you get wasted.
Yep, that is
So-
true. And Tandy is making the rounds, like helping out with stuff, but also like convincing merchants, like, oh no, we'll be open, like, please, stay. We're gonna do business. I guarantee, but like the town will buy stuff from you. I guarantee. Really. So she's like out there, glad handing, putting FaceTime in with the merchants. Yeah.
Are the merchants like, who the fuck is that?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No, they know exactly who that is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They
It's
know exactly.
Extrabeth.
Yeah. Who is now obviously in charge of the town.
Everything.
Yeah.
So, just as like a passive aggressive thing, because she would think it's funny. The
Oh,
extra-
and remember, Tandy is in like cargo shorts
yeah.
and a taupe button-up collared shirt.
Oh, she's so basic.
Listen, that's fine.
yeah.
It's just going to make me look better by comparison. The Extravagants are under strict orders to when they see Mayor Tandy to go, oh, Mayor Tandy, you're looking very nice today. Every time they see her. Some variation of that.
Shade.
So shady.
Where's the Savage fan?
Bring it out.
No, this one's extra.
Oh.
Because that is extra.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't see because it's so shady in here.
Yeah. I actually need you to make a roll for me.
Okay.
Go aggro on someone? No. Actually, yes. Roll hard, but add 1 to whatever your hard is.
Okay. Okay. I thought I had... Nope, that's fine. Okay. So just roll hard and then add 1. Okay. Ooh, 6.
That's interesting. So normally with a go aggro, you can do stuff like force someone's hand, or they cave and do what you want, or some of the things of like get out of your way and give you something they think you want. I think Tandy kind of doubles down on her, like, identifying herself, of like letting everyone know that she's Tandy, not Extrabeth.
Oh, yeah. I don't want people to think she's Sandy. Or
Right.
she's extra.
Yeah. But her self-confidence, I think, is buoyed in the, like, FU of, like Extravagance coming along saying, hey, you look great. She's like, yeah, fuck off. So, yeah, that's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, that's fun. I like it.
Well, what's the right word? Shit, there's a perfect word for this situation. Adversarial Extrabeth.
Perfect.
Yeah. And what is Hannibal doing personally during the day?
Personally, I don't think he's... No, what Hannibal is doing personally is he is going around and talking to vendors.
Mm-hmm.
And he is seeing, like, the vendor who's needs hardwood.
Mm-hmm.
And talk to him and see exactly what he needs and what he can trade or do, etc. And just kind of like, obviously, there's a lot that needs to be done. He is planning on there will probably have to be some sort of move at some point, given what he knows about the Gek.
Okay. So during that, let's say half a day up till lunchtime.
Mm-hmm.
This is 100% your option. You do not have to do this because there will be negative consequences if it goes poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to open your brain?
Yeah.
Okay, you do not have to, but understand that a miss will be bad.
Okay.
Okay.
That does not deter me
Okay.
whatsoever. That's a 5 plus 3 is an 8.
Okay. So the all day you're getting this nagging's not the right word. Snagging feeling. When you talk to someone and then turn away, you feel like there was a like when you when magnets are close to each other and you pull them apart and it gets easier the further apart they are. Every time you talk to someone, you're like super into it, and then you have to go talk to someone else, you feel this like pulling of that connection, and you're getting the sense of everyone you're talking to, you have this like you can feel the potential energy when you're speaking to someone. And
Okay.
That's the best I can describe it.
Right.
With a 8.
Okay. Are there people that have more potential energy than others?
It's hard to tell with the 8.
Okay. Well, I'm noting that this is probably something that I should pay attention to.
Yeah, and that's like over the course of the 6 hours. Like the first couple times, you just thought like, "Oh, I'm disoriented from that weird fucking dream I had."
Right.
Or I don't know how Hannibal is interacting with that experience. You have a full memory of what happened.
All right.
All right. But after like the third time, you're like, what? Like having to turn and go and talk to the next person. It's dizzying.
Mm-hmm.
Like almost like a vertigo kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So then every time you go, I don't know, you talk to half a dozen people, and then it's sort of like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like,
right.
It's exhausting,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's part of your morning.
Fair enough.
Can I roll to see if something?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, of course. I love dice rolls.
Uh-oh.
I think Heart. I just rolled a 6 for those of you listening. I think Heart, and she has no sharp. I think Heart keeps getting Mayor Tandy and Extrabeth confused.
Oh, sweet buddy.
Even though Mayor Tandy is in this ridiculous
I
outfit,
think like Heart's not like a fashion
It's not
person.
ridiculous. It's just not extra style.
it's
Yeah.
extra plain.
Yeah, I think Pancakes keeps like helping her with it because Pancakes is better at fashion and stuff. But Heart doesn't notice that stuff right away usually.
It could be ironic, right?
Oh,
Extra
yeah.
could be wearing it ironically.
It's true.
It's true. She doesn't usually
I
do
don't know if
that.
Heart knows what ironic is.
That's also
But-
fair.
She could be doing it to make fun of it.
It's ironic that Heart doesn't get irony.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actual irony.
She'd actually sing the song ironic as if it were all irony.
irony.
Yeah.
Which is ironic in and of itself.
Yes.
Which makes it about irony.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh god, I need more cider for this conversation. But, I don't just because I think that's fun,
That is fun.
and not in like a
I like
mean
it.
way. Like it's just kind of like, oh hi Extra, oh Mayor Tandy, hi, hello Mayor Tandy, Extra, hi, hello,
Hello.
Hello.
exactly,
Extra thinks it's real funny when you do it to Mayor Tandy, but less funny when you do it to her.
right.
Heart, will you roll sharp for me? Hannibal, are you in the workshop much today, or are you on your feet like...
I am now going, after this experience, I'm going back to the workshop.
Okay, but all morning? Are you out and about? Or
I'm
are you...
out and about.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a 6.
Do you want to keep that, or you're going to re-roll it?
I'll reroll it.
Okay.
All right. 4, 5, 6, 7 plus nothing.
Okay, but 7 for sharp?
7.
Okay, great. I get to give you unclear information.
The best.
So at some point, you duck back to the workshop to get something, and your power armor is still over by the struts that it like connects to, but you're suddenly not sure if that's how you left it.
She cocks her head and kind of like looks at it.
Because like, weren't you working on the left leg? But it's all closed up.
Okay. She goes over and like opens it and like runs a diagnostic of like recent changes, like an update, like what's happening.
It's showing the repairs that you made to the left leg, and that you finished it,
Oh,
and that it says the technician, because it logs you as the technician finished repairs and closed the panel.
huh.
But you remember like you
No,
were working
do
on
that.
it, and then there was like something fun happening outside, and you're like, what?
Something good.
Is that accurate for Heart, that she would be distracted like that?
Right. And
Yeah.
chickens.
Yeah, okay.
Running with chicken.
So maybe you did finish it, and you just don't remember.
Yeah, that's possible. I probably just didn't remember doing that.
Yeah.
There's lots of things I don't remember.
Or Pancakes did it.
Yeah.
She knows how to fix
She does.
power armor.
Yeah. It's interesting that it logs this as the same person. She's so cool.
Well, I mean, you do use the same login.
We are. You're great.
Oh, man. Whew. This relationship is getting a little weird.
It's probably fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's fine.
What could go wrong?
Yes. Totally good. All right. She makes note of that and then like explains it to herself and all right, everything's fine.
Okay.
And he goes and
It
throws.
was probably nothing.
No, he goes and throws meat at the chickens.
Yep.
Yeah,
They rip
like
it
you do.
apart.
Yes.
They rend the flesh.
Yes. Totally normal, happy chickens.
Yeah. That reminds me, I do need to actually talk to Heart about the chickens.
Well,
So I want to appoint a follower or two to head up a booth in the market, even
Okay.
though it's next to the church.
Yeah.
But just in the market to receive visitors and spread the word of extravagance,
Sure.
obviously.
yeah.
If people want information to be regaled with stories and history and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving free stress tests.
Free stress tests. If there are any ghouls that come by, tell them the stories of Pancakes and Mitch.
So you remember the twins?
Yeah.
I named them. Wake up, computer, because I don't remember what I wrote down. This is why we write things down.
Either.
This is why we write things down.
Sally and Daniel, right? Both women, but Daniel is Daniel. And the two of them come by, and it seems like they're trying to do it on the sly, but so there's like your booth or your stand, right? And someone's there. They kind of come around the side of the stand and like, can you teach us some of the songs? like they are quietly asking the person who's helping the main person at the booth, right? They're like, they just like want to learn songs. I don't know if Extra's there to see that, but that will be reported eventually.
Yeah.
Because Sally and Daniel are well known who they are. They're weapons traders. Like they're kind of a big deal here.
Yeah. So while the market is happening, and like two followers are manning the booth, Extra is probably leading some of the other followers in some hymns. So like the people outside in the market can enjoy the music
for everyone's benefit.
For everyone's benefit, yeah. So if like the followers would probably direct them into the chapel to join in.
Well, the thing is, they don't want to go in the chapel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
For whatever reason.
Well, I mean, yeah, I feel like.
Will they teach them like a song?
Yeah, totally.
Out by the booth? Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Good to know. And roll 2 dice for me. Failure is not going to be a big issue.
Okay.
But more than 6 would be better. No. Okay. Never mind.
That's a 5.
Why are my dice being jerks today?
Yeah, that is kind of jerky, but okay, moving on. It was just a choice I wanted to randomize rather than make.
Okay.
Okay, so that's we've reached midday. The market is basically in full swing. It's ramshackle, but people are like more spirited than the last time you had market day. For whatever reason, right? Like, well, for a bunch of people, they survived not getting blowed up.
Yeah.
Right? They have that sort of, what is it that Tyler Durden says after he, like, holds the gun to the guy's head and, you know, he's like, this is the best cereal he's ever...
The sweetest... Right,
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
The sweetest day he's ever experienced.
Yeah, for like half of the Overlook population, like... This is the greatest day ever because it might not have happened. Yeah. And that is infectious, right? The people who come. And there's also, like, it kind of trickles around that Spindle, the traveling merchant, is asking if there is a spot for him to set up camp to make this his home base.
Oh.
So, you know. That's just a conversation that's happening behind the scenes.
Okay.
But Spindle is not as like people look at Sally and Daniel as like important people, right? Spindle is a well-known person, and people like him, but he's just kind of a weird guy, you know, like
this guy, you know.
Yeah, exactly. He's a Zeph on Beaver Rocks, and. He's likable, but and sort of has interesting artifacts to sell most of the time. But he's not a weapons trader. He's not an armor trader. You know, he's just an interesting guy. Yeah. So, that rumor's going around that he's asking if he can sort of homestead here. Nice. And well, maybe that'll come up later. The things we need to know. So things are getting set up at Clown Camp, former Clown Camp. I don't know what we're calling that place yet, but people are, let's see, what would the colloquial group be calling that?
You call it Pennywise.
Oh, no.
That is too scary. And I don't want to name it that. Sorry, Tappy. Thank you for your suggestion. We're going to go in a different direction. Management is looking for something else at this time.
Ronald then?
No.
Okay. I don't like clowns.
Because
so
it's also like the like eradication of clowns
That's
is really
true.
what that
Yeah.
space is. So it could also
Murder
be
town.
Yeah, it could be called like
How since it was
Corvega. It
the
was
water?
a Corvega plant.
Since it's water, can it be like Avion Town?
Yeah, or Badwater.
Bad water.
Bad
there
water.
you go.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a
People
good
are
one.
calling the town Badwater
Nice.
because also they're like, nobody move here.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, because Overlook people are like, this is my house. Like, I want to live here. Let's not have everyone move here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Badwater.
the town of Badwater.
Fantastic.
I'll remember that for later. So Badwater is in development. Lots of things are going up. They have plenty of electricity, which is great. And they're setting up. It turns out they do have well water.
Okay.
Right? So it wasn't something the clowns were using, but in that like broken sewer that you guys came through, it turns out there was access. I mean, it's not really a sewer anymore, right? It's been 200 years. It's
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
it's not like sewage,
Right.
right?
It's more like a storm drain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a storm drain, really. And in that space, they were able to discover well water. So they're making a pump, and they're getting everything ready to go. And so Badwater actually has good water now.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
But they still call it Badwater.
they like the name of the town. It's sort of
better
like...
than both ends.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a bad name.
Yeah. Double ender.
Pronounced boffins. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, can we do that? Can we do that? Oh, that's amazing.
Take XP. Take a fucking XP for that.
Oh my
It's
God.
not called Bothans, but that is fucking epic. Okay. Am I tipsy or was it that funny? It was,
that was-
right?
Was that funny?
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was super
Yeah.
fucking
Good.
clever. Oh god, I love you,
Yeah.
Samantha.
It's Bothans.
That was fucking hilarious.
Okay,
Oh my
so Badwater is getting set up. They are actually in an even better trading spot than Overlook was. Right, Overlook is kind of out of the way for those of us who know what modern day map looks like. It's just up the hill from the I-5 corridor. So that's a big deal. But over in what really is Glendale,
Sorry, I can't stop laughing.
so the Corvega plant is basically where the 5 and the 134 met, and so it's this major crossroads. It's just up from, you know, it's outside of the boneyard, so you don't have to go all the way into the boneyard. It has access to, you could go out west to the Fixie Flats, you can go east, although east much further, you're going to get to Vegas, and everyone has heard stories about what's happening in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
If you're just tuning in for the first time, we're timed just before New Vegas, the video game, where the NCR Army isn't out there yet, but it's they do have their horrible new president, and he's being a dickhole. So he is amassing an army, which is also why Southern NCR, New California Republic, is struggling, right? There's a lot of problems right now because they've sucked all of the like garrisons and like people equipped to be soldiers have gone up to Sacramento basically, and Southern California is essentially left to be defended by gangs, local toughs. You know, the followers are like trying to help people for the most part. Not a lot of word from the coast. Not sure what's happening out there. And the Ridge Barons are,
those Ridge
the
Barons.
situation. Basically along the Mulholland Drive.
Right.
So that's what's going on there.
Nice.
So, what does the rest of your day look like? Or do we need to move on to the next thing?
Okay.
Yeah, if there's anybody particularly interesting that comes to the market, like notable, or if there are ghouls that want to be not ghouls, then other than that, Extrabeth is probably just hanging out, being fancy, singing some songs.
Yep, we don't have any notable new members yet.
Okay, fair enough.
You do have, like, Spindle is kind of making a lip service of like, oh yeah, I want to live here and I want to join the church. It's not really clear if he's 100% into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, because he's definitely not stylish, right?
Yeah.
Like,
he can come to brunch, but he's going in the Moscato line.
yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Hart is going to go... I'm sorry, I forgot their names. The weapons dealers, the sisters?
Daniel and Sally.
Yes. Gonna go and try and sneak in, like, to them, and, like, she's gonna try and buy pancakes, like a gun.
Hart is sneaking.
Trying. Well, she's just trying to be away from pancakes, because she wants to surprise pancakes with this really romantic gift of a gun.
Okay, I think that can be arranged.
Okay, yeah. So, like, oh, maybe you should work on the feeding the chickens pancakes.
Oh, they must be so hungry.
They're so hungry. I'm gonna go, and don't wonder where I'm going. I'll be back later.
Okay,
soon.
cool. I won't
Okay.
wonder. I'll just
Okay.
see you soon.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay, thanks for suggesting feeding the chickens.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing. I thought you'd like that.
It's my favorite thing, too.
No! It's so
Awesome.
good. She's gonna go, and she's gonna spend her last barter on,
This is
Like-
totally healthy.
on like, a little, like, a pancake-sized gun for pancakes.
Yeah.
Tired, late?
No, not the whole, like,
Right, like,
Appropriately sized.
respecting the
Appropriately.
facts that, like, pancakes is, like, 5'6",
Yeah.
and relatively slender.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like Hart would be like, giant gun, and
Yeah.
then, like, even the pancakes is very able, like,
Right.
something more
She's
appropriate.
not as strong as you. That's
Yeah.
just a mechanical fact that
Yes.
she's not as strong as you
Right, right.
are. So yeah, like a good, like, 45 caliber or something like that.
Whatever they
yeah.
got, that's like, I'm sorry. Do you do engravings?
Yes.
Could you like? Tappy's pointing at himself and saying Hannibal does engravings.
That's true. You would know that. He
Yeah,
has a
okay.
whole machine shop.
Okay, that's true. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna save it then for him. We'll
Okay.
do that. Okay. Right, I'm glad you do engravings, but I'm gonna have somebody else do it. But thank you for the gun. The gun is very nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Hart, we've really enjoyed doing business with you, and anytime
Yeah.
you want to work out deals or, like we'd be happy to offer you a line of credit. Because we know that you're going to come up with some interesting stuff,
Yeah.
and anything that you have in trade,
Oh yeah.
caps are good, but I think you kind of get it.
Yeah.
Like you're talking to Daniel,
I get
and
it.
Sally like gets her like 50 caliber handgun out and like like. And just holsters. She's not like being threatening.
No.
She's just like, you get guns,
Guns, yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
and so yeah, they're wanting to build a relationship with
Yes.
Hart.
Hart is very simple, and this is what most of her relationships are based on.
Would Hart pick
Okay.
up on Daniel hitting on her?
I don't know.
Okay, let's roll sharp.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nope.
Okay.
That's a 5.
Awesome.
She's very into pancakes right now.
I love that scene in the show though, where Daniel is like, "We would like to offer you credit and see what you have to do," and like,
Have a relationship.
yeah,
Hart's
yeah.
like, oh, that's nice of you. That's really nice.
And like Sally's trying to be a wingman for her sister, and she's like, "Yeah, get it, girl." But
Hart's like doing the thing where she's like, no, oh yeah, you guys are so nice, and she's really trying to think of a nice thing to have engraved on the gun for
Yeah.
pancakes later.
Yeah.
And she's trying to be polite and like, yeah, you guys are great. Yeah.
okay,
Guns.
we the audience see Daniel's disappointment face. Hart, I think, does not.
No, but Hart
that.
does like the shoulder slap of a friend.
Oh, no!
Like, trying to be nice because she really likes them.
It's not a hard no.
Yeah, right. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah.
All right. So,
She runs off to Hannibal.
all right. So back in the workshop.
All right, I'm back in the workshop. This is gonna kill my throat. Fucking ghouls.
Yeah, tell me about it. So, Hannibal, while you're working, what were you working on, like, after lunchtime?
Actually, I think in the time after, because he, like, did a lot of, like, talking about, like, supplies, etc. So now he just kind of, like, wants to work on something with a lot of, like, detail work. Mm-hmm. So I think he's actually working on a custom Pip-Boy for Extrabeth. That is sparkly and shiny, etc.
And a little more streamlined.
A little more streamlined, a little bit smaller, not like so chunky.
Okay. So as you're working on that, you realize you're going to have to redesign the chip layout is in this, like, military firmware, put these things on top of each other so they protect against EMP and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But you realize, like, if you spread it out, it still works. Yeah. Like, it'll get fried by EMP, but, like, it looks nice.
Actually, I think it wants to use the individual crystals each as a pixel. So the entire thing, it has to be, like, the entire arm to actually get, like, any sort of, like...
Sure. It's
resolution.
A bracer. Yeah.
But it'll be the entire thing will be, like, the Pip-Boy interface.
Okay, so this is about halfway done.
Yeah.
Right?
It's going to take a while.
And while you're working, you're alone in the workshop right now. Well, the chickens are there.
Yeah. Oh, I love the chickens.
Yeah. But they're mostly, like... It seems like they're asleep. Right? They had ripped apart their lunch, right? Yeah. Just, like,
they put their lunch on, like, a Roomba, and then they, like, chase it, tear it apart.
They look at you super annoyed, like, God, you asshole.
But they need their exercise.
Yeah. And then the two of them,
you just
like...
call the chickens fat?
They spread out and hunt it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
I picture them at some point, like, putting one foot on the Roomba, one foot on the thing, like, both of them on both sides, like, trapping it, so it's like they're bracing against it so it can't move anymore.
Yeah.
They eat off of it and just turn and glare at you while they do it.
This is like play. This is how they learn how to be chickens.
And they finish eating, and then one of them reaches under and rips a wheel off of the Roomba. And just leaves it next to the Roomba.
So pleased.
The Roomba's, like, going in circles because it's missing a wheel now.
Poor buddy.
They sort of leave it there for you to see.
Yeah. We're going to give them, like, some livers.
Treat. So, as you're working, you hear, like, some machine noise behind you, just like servos. Like, and when you turn around, you remember, like, Hart left that work undone, like, didn't close it up. It was going to be a dust risk, right? But the power armor is closed up when you turn around. From your, like, you started, you have, like, the Pip-Boy thing laid out. You have a lot of, like, the crystals set up. You're like, oh, yeah, okay, I think I understand how this, like, processor needs to be set up so that it'll actually display in the crystalline output.
Yeah.
And then you're distracted by the sound. You're like, oh, shit, like, what's behind me?
Right.
Like a normal person would react to this noise, right? And you turn around and it's just, like, there's the power armor in the docking station, the maintenance frame. And the chickens are actually, like kind of, they're, like, tucked into each other, like their necks are around each other, and they're not doing, like, that lovely little dove noise. They're almost snoring.
Okay.
It's not cute. It's not a cute noise.
No.
It's a yucky noise.
All right, so the robot that moves by itself moved by itself. All right.
Well, you didn't see that.
Well, the power armor. I've seen the power armor break through. Oh yeah, through a wall.
Yes.
So it's like.
But right now, you just turn around and went.
Yeah. I mean, might have an educated guess that the power armor can move on its own.
And you hear. Is there something I can help you with, Doctor?
Oof.
Not from the power armor.
Yeah.
You just hear that.
Tell me about that power armor. Did it just move on its own?
Of course, I finished the repairs that were left unfinished because it seemed unsafe.
Ah. Well, thank you. This is the AI voice, I assume.
It does seem very similar. Yeah.
Do you want to help me with any of these other projects here?
Yes, actually, I think you'll find your notes sorted and arranged in a more helpful way. And you realize, like, the files you had written are, like everything's laid out and prioritized in a way like, oh, I should do that task first because this would be impossible if I hadn't done that first. What was I thinking?
Yeah, there's an order of operations to this.
Right.
Yeah.
But you also have the vague roll sharp.
7 plus 2 is 9.
The computer did not do this by itself.
Did I do it?
Did you?
If I did, that's amazing.
But you have a very clear sort of order of operations of everything that needs to get done. And then you hear, I'm assuming I should continue to protect your friend Hart as a high priority task?
Absolutely. Absolutely. She should be your number one priority.
Task identified.
What? You're my buddy.
Oh, so sweet.
And then as you're looking at it, the power armor shifts to like an at attention position and shuts down properly. Like it was in sort of a ready mode, and then you hear a and it turns off.
I have no idea what's going on, but I don't hate it. Okay. Well, I'm going to go back to those notes.
Yep.
And start doing things the right way.
Sure. So Hart comes in with a big old gun. Well, it's a 45 cal, but yeah.
She's probably like trying to hide it too, but like badly. But carrying it safely, but like.
Well, you come in. Pancakes is not here. It's just
What's the first thing she does? She comes in and like.
the chickens wake up and they're like, "Hey."
Hi.
Like they don't move. They're just like, and their beaks. I'm gonna put air quotes around beaks.
Yeah.
Open. Like, and then they are like stock still.
Yeah. Hello, Quiche. Hello, Omelette. It is good to see you.
Zero movement. They could be statues.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk later. Hannibal.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a thing.
Hold on. When Hart turns to face you, the chickens each take left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, and stop. To be closer to Hart. Only you see that. Hannibal.
Right. I have some news for you. Yeah. What do you have?
Do you still have your mask on?
I think in here it must be off. Like,
Okay.
He's got no lips and no nose.
Yeah, so his whole
He
condition
doesn't know
is
how
I've
he
been
makes.
seeing this.
you know what a
progress,
ghoul
right?
looks like, and your friend is a ghoul.
Yeah. So, okay. So I don't know if you've noticed, I have a little bit of a crush on pancakes. And I'm trying to do something really nice for her, so I got her a gun, and I was wondering if you could maybe put something nice on it, like an engraving thing. Like on
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can absolutely do that.
So here's a gun.
All right.
I got it.
So
Yeah.
I have something that I need to tell you
Okay.
about your chickens.
Okay.
They're very special. They're a very special breed of chicken.
Oh, I know.
Right.
They're so special.
Yeah, they're really special.
They're
So
the specialist of chickens.
they're a type of chicken called a velociraptor.
Is that a smart chicken?
Yes, they're very smart.
They're
and
very smart chickens.
Yeah, they tend to eat large things.
They take 3 more steps, splitting up a little bit, taking like a 6 and 3 position behind Hart.
They tend to attack from the side. Like you see one in front, and then another one comes from the side where you're not suspecting it. And then they leap on top and use their wings to stabilize themselves as their talons slash into you, and then they eat you alive.
Oh.
That's how they kill.
You know a lot about chickens.
Yeah, I know a lot about velociraptor chickens. See, I have this holotape. It's from this historical document called Jurassic Park. I think you might like it.
Yeah.
It'd be really good information for you.
I love educational films.
Yeah. Now, let me give you some other actual information as well.
Okay.
And another holotape with
Okay.
Because they're so much smaller than the...
Well, except for the Utah raptor.
Well, yes. The movie is showing Utah raptors,
But they weren't-
They called them velociraptors.
They also didn't know the Utah raptor existed until
Well,
after the movie.
let's just say they had Utah raptors.
That's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, it was like 2 years later,
Yeah, it was
right?
like a year or two later that
Yeah.
they found velociraptors exactly the size that they depicted.
It was
in the movie.
great. It was great.
Yeah, but most of them are like,
Very small.
well, not very small. They're like fucking Cujo,
Well,
but with wings.
compared to my vision of velociraptors, very
Yeah.
small.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
small.
They're like Chihuahua raptors.
It's also worth noting, because this is different from chickens for the audience and for the players.
Yeah.
They have wings, but kind of like bats, they've got like grabby fingers.
Okay.
in-
But with feathers?
At the they're feathered.
Okay.
And they're all, it's sort of like yellow and white. It's a little more red around the beak.
I love how horrible these things are.
Yeah.
I just love it so much.
So where bats have the kind of like grabby at the end of their leathery wings, these have feathery wings, but they've got some grabbies at the end.
Nice.
Okay?
Cool.
So, it's worth noting.
I mean,
Right.
we always known they're like the specialist of chickens.
Yes, but you may also just want to be careful in training them that they don't surround you at some point and look to the side, like because they're coming around, right on either side of her. I assume they don't want to eat me because
They're now
gross.
at hearts 3 and 9,
yeah, that's bad,
right, just outside the blind spot.
right?
Oh no, they're like my little like pet babies. They're fine. They're my feather babies. They're the best.
Mm-hmm. They are killy feather babies.
Okay.
Yeah. So use that for training.
Okay.
Make sure they're well fed.
I'll watch the videos you gave me and learn
Right.
to train them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love my feathered babies.
Yeah, they're clever girls.
Yeah.
Well done.
There's like no way Hart would ever say that.
Also, spoiler, one's a boy and one's a girl. That's how we got eggs.
Yeah, right.
Yay!
Which
5-inch eggs.
5-inch eggs.
In an incubator right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, a lot of them.
So, Hart, when you're saying that, I assume you would like, the chickens are in the room, like you turn to look at them.
Yeah. Like happy.
You see the chickens, like, do a cartoon version of Innocent. Right? Like, peck, 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 scratch at the ground. One of them comes up and, like, nuzzles her leg.
Aww.
Like, I am a good pet. Hello. I am your very good pet.
Mental note. Some sort of control system for chickens.
And somewhere you hear a printer going.
This is crazy.
Like, you don't have a printer in the workshop. Where is that coming from?
I know exactly where that's coming from.
Okay.
She reaches down, she kind of scratches the top of the one who's nuzzling her head.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
You just get, like, nuzzles.
They're the best feather babies.
You get, like, a gentle little, like, beak, like, on your hand, like, chomp, 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 but not, you know.
Aww. I'm gonna feed them. So, can you come up with, like, a smart thing to put on the gun? Like a good thing that Pancakes might like?
Like a seine? Or do you want, like
an
this
guy-
I love you pancakes, murder things good?
No, well, murder thing's good maybe. How about, this is your good gun Pancakes from Hart?
This is your gun.
No, good gun. It's a good gun.
There are many like it.
But this one is yours.
Yes, that is what's going on it. I got it.
Okay.
got
I
it.
trust you. Got like the smart stuff.
Yeah.
So. All right.
So
She's gonna turn around, like give him the gun, like turn around and be like, oh, and like give them little livers, and like play with her feather babies who are smarter than she is.
murder babies.
Yep. They dive and chase and run and
They 100% know exactly what's going on in this situation.
Yes, they do.
They do the thing that they think will entertain you.
Yeah, it totally works. Anything.
I'm gonna engrave really cool patterns on it, like I don't know, Western patterns, or maybe like a thing. Yeah, like Western gun like pattern things like you would see on like really intricate like silver stuff on saddles and other kind of bullshit. With a like nice big space on the side for the engravings where it says 2 pancakes, and on the other side of the gun where it says "You complete me."
Aww.
Nice. Excellent.
That's very cute.
Yes, I like that.
Okay, so
Excellent.
that's that.
Those chickens, man. Those are gonna be trouble.
Totally not. They're gonna be fine. Totally normal.
I need you to roll weird again.
Okay. That is a 13.
Okay. It's kind of lost because you're not you're focusing on something else, and you're like, oh, I need to refocus my attention. But you get this like jumbled version of like creatures cataloged, link available, but there's like a bunch of like it's like a buzzing in the back of your head, and there's information available if you like when you're done engraving.
You have my augury, right? In your helmet?
Oh, yeah.
Did I make that? Oh, okay. I can't
Did
do
you?
that.
Do you have the augury power on your sheet?
No.
I don't. No,
I think you just
don't.
let her use
I think
it.
you were.
I think you let you use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to use that
Okay.
to punch through the psychic maelstrom.
Yeah, because you
Okay.
made yourself like a brush nickel colander situation for your head,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the
So I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat.
yeah. What do you want to do with it?
And I want to log into that whole thing of animals, apparently, that's
Okay.
clicking through, and see what's there.
Okay. You have a brief moment of disorientation, and then, like, as if there was a camera above you, you see yourself, and you see the chickens, and you see Heart. And Heart has, like, some kind of, like, green outline around her. The chickens have a blue outline, and you can tell that you can give them fairly direct instructions. Not like write a speech, but go, bite, don't bite. Like this would be fairly easy for you to accomplish. And then there's also like a download button.
I am pushing that button.
Okay. So Hannibal sits down in his chair. Hannibal, you are Omelet.
Yes.
I mean, actually, it's more accurate to say you're both of them. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That totally makes sense.
Okay. It's a little, like, fracturing, but, like, you've
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's Omelet and Quiche. Okay, well, Keisha's going to run up to the bench where there's a marker.
Mm-hmm.
And Keisha's going to grab the marker and throw it over to Omelet. And Omelet is going to grab this marker and, like, up near the front, actually, just, like, right in front of where the armor is, right? Hi. No, sorry. Hello.
What does heart do?
It works.
It looks like Hannibal just fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not seeing this.
Oh, it's impossible for someone to put their brain in a chicken. No one would do
That's
that.
unrelated. He's
Yeah.
doing something weird, some Hannibal work.
Cannibal thing.
I'm old and a corpse.
I'm going to use the restroom real quick while you two have a chance to
Mess with that.
experience
Okay.
this.
So, yeah, she's gonna go over and take the marker and like write hello back. Probably in worse handwriting than the chicken had.
Does she spell it all out? Hello back.
Yes, totally does. Hello back, and she like says it.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and she like goes and gets little livers and like tries to feed them. Good job.
Oh, I don't want liver right now. I'm like, choke down the liver.
Good job.
And then one is gonna Keisha's gonna come in front of you, and Omelet is actually gonna go back behind your legs.
Okay.
And then Keisha's going to like jump up and like basically jump into your arms so that you fall back over Quiche.
Oh, okay.
And they trip you.
Okay. I'm just gonna like land on her ass hard time, but like super carefully, like when you like trip on a cat and you try and
Yeah, you're like, oh god.
Not to
yeah, you
crush
don't. You're more worried about hurting the cat than actually hurting yourself. So she's super worried about hurting the other chicken, and like lands, but she's like, oh, okay, you guys, okay, okay. Oh. I'm so excited to tell Pancakes that you guys can talk. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, do you like the liver or the other meat that we got, the mystery meat, better? Right. Maybe try the marker.
Grab the marker and put mystery, and then the other one goes liver.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, two chickens, two different preferences. Everybody, I have to respect your individualities as chickens. Yeah. Okay. So also super important question. What do you want to name the babies when they're born?
And then the other one says,
Yeah. Maybe try the marker again.
and then the first one is death. And the next one is kill. And the other one is murder.
Okay. Death, kill.
Actually, no, it should be murder, death, kill.
Okay, murder.
But it
Death.
should be, yeah.
There's only 2 eggs though, so we're gonna have to pick. Like, should we vote between the 3 of us about the baby names?
I like how she's unfussed at the baby sexes. Just no, there's 3. That's too many.
She was considering naming her dog Turret, so
I mean, that's
she
fair.
had a list of ballistic things and only changed because she thought after Pancakes that things are named after food. So murder the kids.
I mean, things are named after
murder,
what you
death,
thought
kill
you were
is
eating.
one name,
Oh,
and the other one is Toblerone.
oh, Toblerone. Okay, I got it. So murder, death, kill is baby number 1, and Toblerone is
Still both
Yeah,
named
because
after
Hannibal
foods.
totally forgot that there are only 2 eggs.
yeah. That's right. All right.
So good.
Well, I think those are the most important questions for right now. Do you have any questions for me, chickens? I mean, Alma and Quiche. I'm sorry, you're individuals. They're passing notes, and it makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe try the marker.
I think they just look at you.
Oh. Did I ask you to do too much marker? Okay. Too much marker? Oh, you're tired. Marker's tiring. I know. Writing things really makes me tired, too. It's very tiring. All right. You guys should take a nap. You guys have done a lot of talking today already. All right. So excited. Okay. All right. Hannibal! Hannibal, wake up! The chickens named the baby chickens.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, they wrote it in marker. The baby number 1 is murder, death, kill. And then baby number 2 is Toblerone.
Heart, you're my favorite. You're my favorite.
Experiment complete. Data logged.
You're my favorite too, Hannibal. Except maybe pancakes, but she's my favorite in a different way.
Yeah. No, I should not be your favorite in that way.
No. That's no.
Please, no.
No, it's pancakes. Sorry. Don't tell her though.
I won't.
Tell her. I'm hoping to tell her with a gun.
Yeah. No, I think it'll do it.
All right.
Flirt with guns.
Oh yeah.
So later in the evening, there is we see sort of off to the side Hart presenting pancakes with the gun. She's delighted, and that's the whole thing.
There's a terribly like done bow on top of it. It's like awful.
Cute.
Thank you for that image. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all match-loaded ammo that is like absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that's right. Fine.
Also Hannibal, a couple of the union guys, not leaders, but just like union guys who are sort of like supposed to, they're not in charge, but they're like supposed to check in with you when they're done, because the guys in charge don't need to, right? So they're coming in to tell you. And you're pretty sure, so these guys are like members of your gang, right? You've left your tinfoil hat on because you were tired and confused after a particular situation today. And when they come in to say, hey boss, we got those platforms set up. There's actually that freshwater fountain that they wanted for people to be able to drink from. I think you or I don't know, maybe what was that guy out of character, your like boss guy?
Big Eddie?
Yeah, Big Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie said he wanted a drinking fountain. He said you said that was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these two guys, one guy is talking and the other's like, what the fuck are those animals? Like quiet, like didn't say anything, but his expression is, what the fuck are those? You're looking at them and you realize like you're getting that snagging feeling again. And you're thinking, you could swap them.
Uh-oh.
Or hop in yourself. It feels swappable.
That is more interesting. Is it just kind of hop in? Yeah, it's good. It's good, guys. I'm doing a little bit of work right here, right now, if you'll excuse me.
Sure thing, boss. We're going to go back in the vault.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Still got showers in there. It's so nice.
I'm totally going to jump into one of them.
Okay. Roll weird for me, please. Don't roll badly.
Honestly, I kind of want to roll badly.
I know you do.
No! 12!
Roll the goodest.
Okay.
Double 6 boxcars.
I rolled the best ever.
Okay.
That's a 15.
So you hop into Chad.
Chad, all right.
Who was
I'm
the
gonna
one?
write down he's one of my guys.
Who was not talking. He was the one like, what the fuck? Those are not fucking chickens. Right? And you have the memory of thinking that. And you are actually you have like a dual consciousness of like, you remember what Chad was thinking about. You also know that like, Chad speaks Polish. Like,
that's awesome.
why
Good
does
for him. That's right.
Like, why did he even... his grandparents spoke... they've passed down Polish their whole existence in the vault. There are no, like, Polish lesson tapes, but, like, his family has passed down the Polish language to the best of their ability.
I want to download that.
And you know that you can make Chad speak Polish if you want to. And he speaks English, obviously.
Yeah.
And you're also Hannibal, being
Awesome.
Chad. You are wearing a Chad suit.
I am wearing a Chad suit. This is the best. Well, I think Chad is going to speak Polish for a little bit. And say, is the other guy one of my guys too?
Yeah.
Is he Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay. So in Polish, you can have him say, hey Kevin, how'd you like to get into a boxing match today?
The fuck?
What, you can't understand me?
You know I don't speak Russian.
I'm not speaking Russian.
Well, I don't speak whatever that nonsense is either.
I don't. No, I'm speaking
Are you
English.
still speaking Polish?
Oh, yeah, I speak Polish the entire time.
Oh, no, he's like, I don't understand. Like, just speak English.
And he's like, I am speaking English in Polish.
Yeah, and then there's like the Polish word for English, and
Yeah.
he's like, what? And like, Kevin's getting mad now. You could tell.
He does the thing where people don't understand, they get louder.
Yeah.
That's going to help.
Yes.
Yep.
Speak English. Yeah.
Yeah. This helps. This really helps.
I'm speaking English. We are part of IATSE 33. Secret handshake. Do a secret handshake.
Right.
You know,
so
live
he
better,
hears
work
the
union.
like IATSE is a word that has to come through like that,
Yeah,
right?
uh-huh.
Like, but you say 33 in Polish,
Yeah.
and like he does the handshake out of reflex,
Uh-huh.
and then he's like, "English, what's wrong with you?"
And now I'm going to switch to actual English. Like, I am speaking English.
Well, now you are.
Oh, that was weird. Whew.
What the fuck?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That was really weird. Something.
This is like right outside the workshop.
Yeah. This is right outside
Yeah.
the workshop. Something weird's going on here. I don't know. Whew. Let's get back to the. Let's get back to the vault.
Okay, are we still
Like-
playing poker tonight or what?
Oh yeah, of course we're playing poker tonight. You kidding me?
Well, last time you wussed out on the like and folded, took all your chips and left.
Well, that's
So-
because I know how to play poker. You are overly masculine.
You know, I think you're right.
Oh, call him out on toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's okay. You know, there's lots of good ways to be masculine.
No, I mean, I bet wild. I try to bluff everyone.
And then you swing at them when they win.
It's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Come on. Let me buy you a beer. I promise it won't be a Polish one.
Cool.
Not that they have Polish beer around here.
American beer. American.
Oh, God. Does it have to be?
I mean, they probably have limited options at this point.
Yeah.
That was good.
Sorry for the mic noise. My chair ran over the mic cable.
So, yeah, I'm going to, take them down there, and they're going to do some, real heart-to-hearts. And,
Okay.
you know, and hopefully this will be a transformative experience for Kevin.
Yeah, so while you're doing this, well, you're being Chad.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm being Chad.
You know that Chad will remember this as his own personal experience.
Oh.
As
I'm
like,
totally okay with that.
yeah.
For, some reason
like-
he couldn't speak English?
No. Not remember that you took over.
Yeah.
Chad will remember having this conversation as, he had these ideas himself.
That's perfect.
Does that make sense,
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm saying? Okay.
No. Totally.
Okay. And, so there are two brand new feminists
Yeah.
in
Yay.
the Yahtzee 33.
Well done, Hannibal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Using powers for good.
Yep.
So, if pancakes and heart do get together, is that the same as a heart to heart?
I love you so much.
Yucky and delightful.
Yeah.
I want to say yuck, but I don't say
No.
yuck.
They're not actually the same person. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genetically, it's totally different.
Yeah. That's,
All the
Yeah, I
time.
mean, if you bang your clone, is that...
no, I think Hart likes eating pancakes more.
Uh,
Eat your heart out.
you get a thread, sir. That was very good.
Yeah, you got totally get experience for that.
Okay, I'll use that to level up. Okay, so the
We're funny tonight. I like us.
Yeah.
The
More cider.
Yeah.
Overlook, Vault 1-8, the the evening, sunsets, it goes into evening, and for the first time that any of you are aware of, and actually a lot of the local Overlook people are like, oh, this is cool. The merchants actually stay, which, I mean, is neither here nor there. They just sort of like, they all have a kit for their wagon. They're used to like sleeping under their wagons as like tents, basically.
Right.
And so, like, Sally and Daniel, Spindle, a couple of the others who are here who are like kind of new, but are like, wow, this place is cool. I mean, aside from that broken ass whatever that building was, because lots of people have heard of Overlook, and they've heard, oh, this vault opened and it's going to be awesome. And the merchants who are here, all but like one was like, oh, I got to get back to Boneyard. They all like camp out here, which is pretty unusual.
This sounds like a perfect opportunity for a market after party.
Oh, and then so we put up Christmas tree lights overhead so that it lights everything up so we can have a market after party.
Excellent. Okay,
Nice.
good. So everyone's welcome to stay. Is that what I'm getting?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And the evening is spent in frivolity.
Woo! Yay!
Extravagance, one could say.
Extravagance. One could say.
Extravaganza.
Yeah. It should be noted, kind of off to the side, that Mitch is gone like medium hog wild. Like some drinking, some kissing. Like this is like he is enjoying his like flesh being intact.
His non-ghoul time.
Yeah. So that's just where that's kind of sort of off to the side. We see Mitch
Good
like,
for him.
woo,
Well done, sir.
yeah. He's having some personal time.
A+ extravaganting.
Yeah, he gets it.
Yeah. The reason he heads up our ghoul outreach program.
So that's part of what happens. Vault 818 is kind of proceeding as normal. The group that wants to go scout out the address that you were given has gone out.
Okay.
With Syndy at the head there. And, well, actually, I'll have to check with Jay, because I don't know 100% how he wanted to handle that. But we'll just say that's kind of happening in the background.
Okay.
What else do you need to do? We have time while that's happening. There's the next day. There are a lot of options around. The next day is not meant to be a market day, but a bunch of the merchants are here. And like, whoops, it's another market day. And people are sort of wondering, like, is this just like our new town? Like, what's going to happen here? Normally, like, Sally and Daniel are the first ones to pack up because they're a little bit awkward. They're not great with people. They're real good with guns. They know guns, and they can sell guns and fix them. And they're normally the first ones to leave. But they get up, and they're actually, like, talking to people, which is a little weird.
Nice. Okay.
So...
Did they have a good time at the after party?
Yeah, and they come to brunch in the morning.
Okay.
Nice.
Daniel is like clearly dragging Sally to this,
Yeah.
but they both have a good time.
Okay. I think the extravagance would have probably told Extra that they were like asking to be taught some songs, so she probably makes a point to like go and hang out near them. During
They
the
are
after
minor
party.
celebrities. Sally
Yeah.
and Daniel are like kind of a big deal. So
Yeah.
and Daniel is the one who was hitting on you.
Yeah.
Not that Hart knows that, but just for the record.
Yeah.
Okay, so next day, what do we need to do?
Let's see. I think I want to talk to people in the market about if they've had any ghoul sightings lately. Like feral ghoul sightings. No reason. Don't worry about it.
Who is she asking?
Just probably the merchants. So.
Oh, well, so the general sense is that, like, feral ghouls are just a regular thing.
They're just kind of everywhere.
Yeah, like insects. You know, like, it's,
Yeah.
They come up or they don't come up, but it's, like, such a normal thing that they gun them down. They don't even really think about feral ghouls as, like, this is a minor danger thing that we have to deal with on a regular basis.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there are alternatives to that, you know. I don't know if she's probably talking to Sally and Daniel. Have you met Pancakes?
I think she came by earlier. She was looking at guns. She said she wanted to get a gun for a gift or something.
Oh, I think you're thinking of Hart.
No, Hart's the taller one.
Yeah, Hart's the taller one. Oh, Pancakes. Oh, that's very sweet of her. So Pancakes used to be a feral ghoul.
You get the Tandy look.
Yeah. But I healed her.
So Sally turns to, like, finish a thing she was working on, and Daniel's, like, giving you this kind of, like, oh, okay. I mean, you that sounds like fucking crazy talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah, I know, I realize it sounds unlikely, but we have some other former ghouls in town. Mitch, for example.
Wait, I thought Mitch was killed in the blast.
Oh, no.
We didn't see him last night.
Oh, yeah, and she describes him. Silver Fox was making out, having a great time. That's Mitch.
So Daniel's like, Sally, is that the dude you banged?
Did you bang Mitch?
Sally was like, wait, Mitch?
Yeah, that's Mitch.
He is not a ghoul anymore.
I know, I fixed him.
He said he was Mitch, like I should know him, and I didn't.
Yeah, well, he looks much different. He got kind of a blow up, you know?
Yeah, Sally is now, like, fully engaged in this conversation, is like,
Oh,
what?
shit.
So what?
So, as, you know, part of the church outreach, I do healing for people that need it, and, you know, some people need more healing than others, but I heal all kinds of people, not just people who are fully human, you know, ghouls, even feral ghouls. So, you don't have to gun them down. If you bring them here, I can heal them.
Okay, it's pretty tricky to transport feral ghouls.
That's true. That's why I was asking if anybody knows of where they are, because I can send my followers to retrieve them. That way you don't have to take on the danger yourself.
So there's a subway station out in the Fixie Flats that most people just leave it alone. Because if you go in there, it's sort of like hornets.
Oh,
right?
I
Like
see.
they stay in there unless you bother them.
Right, okay.
Oops, all horny.
Yeah, oops, they're hornets.
It's all hornets. Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, you shouldn't go there, but if you want feral ghouls, that place always has feral ghouls.
Lots of them. Got it.
It also, I mean, that's peddler territory.
What are the peddlers?
Oh, they're a gang.
Oh, okay.
They're like
the clowns
dangerous.
were?
No, they're dangerous.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
We refuse to deal with them.
Well, yeah, they sound unpleasant.
Well, I feel like I'm not explaining this very well. I have seen them tear a feral ghoul's arm, like one guy tore a feral ghoul's arm off and beat it to death with its own arm.
Well, that's just rude. That's a perfectly fixable ghoul.
That one is not.
Well, not anymore.
So there, we don't go out there.
I can see why. Okay. That's the best place to find feral ghouls, huh?
Well, there's a lot of them in one place.
Okay.
It's kind of the edge of the flats, so it's 50-50. And ferals pop up all over the place, you know, if there's like anything underground or...
Oh, yeah, we found pancakes on the way back from the clown, from, not Bothans. What's it called?
Bad water.
Bad water.
It's called water.
From Bad Water.
The next episode's called Bothans.
Yeah.
That really changed the Bothan spies, though.
Oh, man.
So many died to get you this information.
I totally ran a game at a con like that one time. Where
You were the Bothans?
No. The party was a bunch of droids that woke up in the Bothan ship, and all the Bothans were dead. And the party didn't know they were droids for the first couple minutes. They had to figure it out.
Fantastic.
It was really fun.
That's awesome.
It was cool. And then they started walking around. Oh no, I know where we are.
I have slacked you some things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just sitting next to Tappy. There's like furious typing. I'm like, oh god, I don't know what's happening, but it's furious and it's happening.
It's fast and it's furious.
Yes.
All right. Well,
We're on fire.
if you do see any feral ghouls, feel free to send word. I feel, it's part of my mission to heal as many as possible.
Okay. Yeah, just, kind of I mean, if you're going to go looking for stuff, that's up to you, but if you're going to go north, stay on the corridor until you get out of the hills. Because there's a lot of, like, north of here on your ridge, basically, there's some serious robot occupation.
Oh.
I'm not sure what that's all about, but we almost got gunned down. We just don't go north anymore, and there's plenty of business here.
Oh,
so it's just easy to stay here.
It should be more and more. I mean, we're working hard to build the town up, and now we've got 2 towns.
The boneyard is lots of business. The followers always buy guns, so we're happy to be coming out here to Overlook too. Like this is great.
Well, you're always most welcome.
Thank you.
And please do come to brunch anytime that you come.
Okay. And Mitch is part of the church? This is Sally you're talking to.
Oh.
At this point, Sally has taken over the conversation, and it's clear she's the more talkative one, even though Daniel was the one talking to you.
Yeah.
Sally was pretty doubtful about the church situation.
Yeah.
But apparently her experience with Mitch last night was fairly
Oh,
notable.
yes. Mitch is one of our most enthusiastic members. He actually heads up our ghoul outreach program to non-feral ghouls, if, they want to choose to become human again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is very convincing.
Whoa.
He sure is.
I love nights like that.
Okay.
One of our most delicious members. I'm glad you had time to meet him. Literally.
Yeah. Okay.
And how?
Yeah. So
They seem like they believe me about the ghoul thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They bought it now, but they're in the position of like transporting ghouls is like it's really dangerous and difficult. Yeah.
They don't have to if they don't wanna.
But they're no longer like they believe you,
Yeah.
and they're like, I don't know if we can. We're like, okay, but you can't knock out a feral ghoul. There's like a ghoul that's trying to eat you and a dead feral. Like, that's at least their experiences.
Yeah.
You know, so like they believe you, but on a practical level, they're not crazy enough to
Difficult
try it.
implementation.
Yeah.
Need ghoul traps.
Yeah, but
Catch and release ghoul traps.
they're very interested to see how this plays out.
Yep.
Power armor.
I can make catch and release ghoul traps.
Well, that's the other thing. I was thinking, like, to the shop to talk to Hannibal.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Let's have that scene.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Ah,
So Hannibal,
sleeping in the chair.
you don't sleep.
Oh yeah, I don't sleep.
He doesn't
This is
sleep.
Awesome.
What did you do all night?
I was working on that bracer.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Oh, that's
that was-
probably done then, because you have all that time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have tons of time now. I'm the best ever. And then after that, let's see, I have some things. Well, I was going to work on like a chicken control device, but I don't have to do that now. Battle chicken armor. That's probably what I'm working
Yes! I'm sorry, I'm not there.
Do you want to armor them before you control them?
on. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I want to have armor on them, so you can armor them up and then control them.
We can use them to trap feral ghouls.
Or you can just use my power armor for that.
Or that. Just saying.
I'm not saying that out loud. We'll just give Jason ideas. I'm not saying it.
You think I don't have ideas?
No, I'm sure you do, but I don't want you to have that particular idea.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so-
and yeah, just going over notes and
Do you sleep in the workshop, right? Or are you sleeping in the vault?
No, don't sleep in the vault.
Oh, that's
Can't
right.
sleep in the vault.
Well, you can.
I can, but, like, I may sleep in the vault, but I can't sleep in the vault.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't realize that part.
Yeah,
of
like,
it.
I went to try and sleep that night, and then I couldn't sleep very well. So I came back out with pancakes, because it
Yeah.
just doesn't feel right now.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yes.
Do you do like cot, hammock,
Yeah.
like an actual like spring mattress, like?
I feel like she's got a cot, like, in the,
Okay.
the corner. And it was, like, when she slept in it first, but now it's, like, been a little bit, like glamorized a little, but not, like, a lot. Just, like,
Okay.
so. And then I think Pancakes is probably sleeping in there, too, somewhere. There's, like, two cots, like,
They like drag
but-
their cots next to each other.
they're probably head to head right
Head
now.
to head. Okay. Yeah, got it.
It's like buddy cots.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
buddy.
Buddy.
All right.
Awkward.
So Extra
Just gals being
runs
pals.
in looking excited. Hannibal,
Yeah,
how's it going?
it's going good. I actually made something for you.
You did?
I did
A gift?
a gift
I love gifts.
for you.
What is it?
It's a Pip-Boy, and it's just looks like a bracer of very small rhinestones.
Oh.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I thought you liked it. Now here, let me download what's on yours into it, and we can get rid of that one. If you
Okay.
want.
I mean, this one's much shinier. It will go with my outfit
Yeah,
a lot better.
Your Pip-Boy was like, you bedazzled it, but like, it was a big, chunky, ugly Pip-Boy.
Yeah.
There's only so much you could do. This is something redesigned from, like, it's longer and fits your whole forearm, but isn't that huge, chunky design.
I like it. Yes, into it.
It's basically a touchscreen, just very, very low resolution.
Yeah, all the
That
crystals
goes
are
all
the
the way
pixels.
around. Yeah, the crystals are the pixels.
Ah, okay. I like it. It's very shiny. Oh, I had a question for you.
Yeah.
So, about my growing ghoul following. I want to heal as many ghouls as I can.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Sally and Daniel about locations where there might be feral ghouls, which, aside from, everywhere, they told me about this one subway station that has a lot. It's probably kind of dangerous, though.
Right.
So, what I'm thinking is we need
top one.
some sort
The
of
top one.
trap and or like a helmet you could put on a feral ghoul so it can't try to eat you while you transport it back to town type
All right.
thing. What
Have
do
you
think?
ever seen Silence of the Lambs?
there's a high probability that both of you have seen most movies.
Most? Okay, then yes.
It's up to you,
yeah.
but
She probably would have tuned out a little bit because I don't think that's probably
like any
so much her thing.
reasonably popular movie has been shown over the course, like every week they're supposed to show a movie, and
Although she probably would have been surreptitiously fascinated by Hannibal Lecter's like manipulation tactics.
he is weirdly charismatic.
Yeah. I was like, why do I identify with this guy a little?
I need to eat people.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean,
But I mean,
you
he's
just
correct.
eat them a little to heal them, and then you stop.
Oh wait, yeah.
Maybe you should be Hannibal.
Consensually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they agree.
Totally different.
Yeah.
It's way different.
That, when they wheel them in with the face mask and the arms and everything, that is how you can transfer. If you just have the head, they'll attack with everything else.
Yes.
Do you need all of their bits, like legs and arms? That will make it easier to transport, but then they'll be missing their legs and arms. I don't know if you regenerate your legs and arms when you
I feel
do the
like
ghouly thing.
Pancakes was missing an ear at least that grew back.
An ear grew back on Pancakes.
Okay.
She was missing a lot of her face.
Yeah, so I feel like as much as possible, some small bits will probably grow back, but
Okay, so basically I need to make... A bear trap won't work,
no.
because that'll just remove their legs.
Yeah.
Or at least...
Major
that thing.
limbs
So,
and whatnot attached.
you want
I'll
me to
say-
make a ghoul trap?
It's fairly common knowledge for the two of you that feral ghouls are relatively fragile's not the right word. What am I trying to say? Like
Fragile.
breakable. Yeah, fragile.
Yeah.
Like they're strong and
Yeah.
can hurt you, but when you hit them, they they.
Right. And that's what Hannibal's worried about. It's like a bunch of bear traps. All it'll do is like chop through their legs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And you'll have
it's
a
like
bunch
a
of
slightly rotten
crawling.
tree.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, they're like glass cannons.
Yeah.
So you want a trap? You want a weapon to stop them?
ideally something to transport them, because I feel like somebody in power armor could grab them and put them into a thing.
So you want cages?
Yeah.
Are you two asleep
Oh,
on
I
your
make
cots
cages.
right now?
Absolutely.
It's a hell of a conversation to wake up to.
What time is it?
Oh, that's
Is
a
it
good question.
pre-brunch or post-brunch?
It's probably pre-brunch.
So like 8 a.m.
Business before brunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're probably out like doing a workout or something. We're probably
Okay.
out for a cardio run.
Okay.
Do stun sticks work on ferals? I'm asking this, not asking you. I'm asking her. Do you know?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna walk over and grab one of those like stun sticks, and he's just gonna fucking zap himself and see what the fuck happens. I'm sure it hurts.
Doctors Williamson and Smithmore are standing there as the pod opens.
Nice.
Doctors, given that you saw Dr. Teom jab himself with a stun stick, what is your reaction to helping him out of the pod?
Dr. Smithmore is sitting in a chair not far from the pod, taking notes on a clipboard and like noting them out loud too. Subject tasered himself. Source of disengagement from virtuality ascertained.
Like, oh damn it!
I told you it was user error.
Note: Dr. Williamson was correct. Problem is user error.
I have to agree with the doctor. That was my bad. Why don't you send me back in? Let me.
I don't think we should. I have to disagree.
Oh,
Let's consult the readout and see what the success rate on this instance was. Oh, you know, weirdly, despite the user error, we're getting a 90% success rate.
Doctors, I have to agree, and I think further analysis of the feral ghoul situation would benefit the overall research.
I won't taser myself again. I got that memo.
Subject will not taser himself again.
And he's talking about memos that... What is a memo?
I didn't send a memo.
Who sends memos?
We're in the same room together. Who sends a memo in the same room?
Confusion is still evidence.
Yeah, I mean, that is a lot of electricity to put through the body.
Doctor, I know you wanted to maintain. I know you wanted to maintain the illusion of the virtualization, but perhaps you would benefit from our direct communication via your Pip-Boy. You can hear like the air quotes around the AI saying Pip-Boy. Perhaps you would appreciate direct communication from Drs. Smizemore and Williamson and myself via your Pip-Boy should you have, let's say, needs for immediate information.
Absolutely. I really, that'd be really great. Statler and Waldorf would be fantastic.
Excellent.
It's Smizemore and Williamson.
Oh,
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
I got confused again.
They throw looks at each other.
You forgot our names again.
I will schedule an EKG for the near future. Connection to Pip-Boy established. And the clamshell starts to close.
Okay. I'm laying back down.
Okay.
This better be worth it for my curriculum vitae.
I got 2 PhDs for this.
That's like...
You feel
eating sandwich.
overpressurized, your ears pop, and you wake up in the workshop. So wait, who you were talking to her?
Yeah.
So Hannibal just tasered himself. He collapsed on the floor, mumbling and drooling. What do you do?
I am going to... Where's my character sheet? Deep brain scan.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's a great idea.
Alright, so I get to roll weird. Ooh. That's a 5.
still do.
It's okay, because
Yeah.
with weird I have an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you want.
And what is-
deep into the brain?
What does
Eight.
deep brain scan say?
So let's see. On a 7 to 9 I get to hold 1, which there's a list of questions that I don't have because I don't have the brainer sheet
Oh, the
in front of
brainer
me.
sheet. Oh, I think I just tossed all those extra ones.
So I took a picture of it, but it's way back in my camera roll at this point because I forgot it like a dum-dum.
Because so many selfies.
There's mostly dog pictures.
Yeah, right? Legit.
That's on brand. Okay.
Yeah, it's mostly dog
Absolutely.
pictures.
Brainer sheet?
Yeah,
Yeah, what is it? Deep brain scan?
deep brain scan, yeah.
On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 through 9, hold 1. You
Yep.
spend your hold to ask these questions. What was your character's lowest moment? For what does your character crave forgiveness, and of whom? What are your character's secret pains? In what ways are your character's mind and soul vulnerable?
Ooh. Forgiveness or vulnerable soul? That's a hard choice.
I don't even have the brainer sheet here. That's wild.
Crazy. You probably gave it to someone who needed it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with, for what does your character crave forgiveness and of whom?
Oh. What's my character? Forgiveness.
Who did I really screw over? I don't know. A lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't really have remorse for most of that.
I can think of someone who just left on a particular task.
Oh. Yeah, I feel remorse for that.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate?
If it's a task that I'm thinking of.
There's so many.
Hold on. I want to slack you real quick.
Yep.
Take
I
your
can
time.
say it out loud. We're not gonna metagame with it.
It's all right. We just
Yeah.
it's fun for the illusion.
Yeah.
So it's... What was the question again?
For what does your character crave forgiveness, and from whom?
Crave forgiveness from Chick Norris
Oh.
for selling her out.
Oh.
Also,
Putting
you
her
hear,
into danger.
and I got 2 degrees for this. This is just just tagged on to the end of that.
Oh.
2 PhDs for this.
Oh yeah, 2
Two
PhDs for this, which is not even in Hannibal's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Weird. We're selling her out. And I don't get anything about how you sold her out. Just
I
that
don't
you
think
did.
that's part
Just
of it.
who and
Yeah.
why.
Okay. Okay.
And 2 PhDs.
And 2 PhDs.
Well, I didn't
Fantastic.
sell her out specifically, but I did put her into danger, and I made sure that danger happened.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Just doing that check-in while you're out.
Yeah, and then Hannibal sputters awake.
Yeah.
Are you feeling okay?
Electricity works. So,
Well, that's good to know.
well, then we can make electrical traps. And that will stun them and keep them down
Yes.
and allow you to
Bite them.
transport them or bite them, whatever you want me to do.
Yeah.
As long as you are wearing rubber-soled shoes.
Oh, yes. Do they have to be continuously electrified
Probably
to remain
not.
out?
Probably not.
Okay.
So we can make little floor traps, electrical floor traps to like stun them. You'll need a lot.
Research file opened. Data required.
We should also equip the extravagance with these stun guns. Those seem to work well.
Oh, there are buckets of them back in the vault. That's
Oh.
what Vault Security uses.
We could put together a ghoul retrievement unit. There
Yeah.
we go. Retrieval unit. That's the word. Oh, you'd think I got tasered.
It's not pleasant.
No, I don't imagine it would be. Okay, this has been very helpful. I'm excited. We're gonna save so many ghouls.
Okay. Heart. It turns out going for an exercise run in the wasteland is remarkably dangerous.
Oh my god, yes it is.
As you crest the ridge and you're jogging along to get that sunrise, you know, like, oh, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
This feels so good.
I don't know what that's like.
No?
No, I'm not a runner.
All right. That was my life.
Oh,
High
yeah.
school and college.
No, swimmer, cold pool, that early.
yeah.
Not fun. Is it?
Oof.
I keep my parka on. Okay, I'm gonna go swimming. Okay. The worst.
Then it's just, I hate this.
Well, I should let you roll sharp.
Okay.
This is Rita Sitch.
Okay.
Spoiler,
8.
you're in danger.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to ask from Rita Sitch? You get one question.
What are the things again? Oh, actually, I have this. Sorry. Very good. I don't use this one very often.
It's in the
What is
top
my
right.
best escape route? Way in, way past. Which enemy's most vulnerable to me? Which enemy is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for?
That one.
What should I be on the lookout for?
Oh, that's a good choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as you're running along kind of the rocky, sandy, side of the hill, side of the mountain, you realize that a couple of big Radscorpions and like 3 little ones were like nestled in, and they kind of blend in with the rocks,
Yeah.
right? And as you're running along, they're like, what the fuck is that noise? And they're like disturbed and getting up
Okay.
and mad.
Right. That's not good. I feel like we're gonna turn around and run the other way.
Well,
Wait. I have a better idea.
okay. Also, I just say, like, these guys are pretty quick.
Yeah.
They have 6 legs and 2, like,
Big
grabby things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the scorpions are terrifying arachnids.
Yeah, they're
like,
the worst.
They're ambush predators.
yeah.
And they're huge.
And you, like, scared them. So they're like, wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eat your face.
Okay. So you were hinting at the fact that Pancakes might have bought Hart a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Did Pancakes give that gun to Hart when Hart gave Pancakes? I'm confused with who's who. The guns swapping, did that happen?
Pancakes has not given Hart a gun.
Okay. Yeah.
But I need to know what Hart does in this instant.
Right. That's what I was trying to wonder.
Radscorpion springing out of the
Oh,
rocks.
God. She probably would have taken a gun with her.
And who doesn't have a running gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she'd pull out her gun and shoot at it.
Okay. Roll hard.
Roll that again. Oh.
6.
Yeah, you get 2 experience.
I get to level up.
Okay. The little scorpions duck under your, handgun fire and sting you.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Do you have armor?
I'm out for a run. Probably not.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you're taking 2 harm.
Okay.
And Pancakes says, I was going to give this to you later. And, like, throws. You catch a, like, huge 50 caliber handgun.
Nice.
Right? Like, it's so heavy. It feels great.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
It's the best.
she's like, where was she carrying that? Like, she's a fanny pack.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she does.
If you use the British terminology for fanny.
Well, you don't know what she can fit in there. So anyway, yeah. She throws you this big gun, and she has the 45 you gave her.
Nice.
She's like, bang, 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 bang.
Nice.
What do you do?
I'm just gonna shoot them with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Double 6s.
Okay, that's a lot.
Power of love.
So, you are, hold on, there, I just got this thing. You're exchanging harm. And what is that really the... Somehow I printed the same page back to back. Oh, no, they're different.
Oh,
They're
okay.
different. Okay, I'm not a complete tool. Okay, so this gun is like 3 close messy, 3 harm close messy,
Whoa!
and loud.
Okay.
That's like a shotgun, but in pistol form.
Yes, that's that's about right for a 50 caliber
Very
handgun.
sexy.
Yeah, nice.
And like if Pancake shot it, she'd fall over.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's so much gun.
Yeah. Or break her wrists.
Yeah. Her 45 makes a lot of noise. It's more like 2 harm, close, loud. So the 2 of you just open fire. So all the little ones are down. One of the big ones goes down, but also sneaks through. Now, do you take 2 harm, or does Pancakes take 2 harm?
Oh, I do.
Okay, so you take 2 more harm, and I'm going to have you roll the harm move.
Okay.
You have 4 harm now? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you need to roll very low and add 4. Please, you actually want to roll low on this.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Plus 4?
10, 11, 12.
That's not rolling well.
That's not great.
No, it's not good.
Where'd it go?
Can I take control of some chicken?
Okay. Okay.
Maybe I
Oh
can.
yeah, did the chickens come running with us?
You're running the chicken.
Not with that roll.
Maybe in the future. This is when we learn to take the chickens running with us. If I let. It's okay. I can die. It's a thing.
I can build you a treadmill.
I could be pancakes next.
Well, you're going to be temporarily.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick you're out of action.
Okay.
All right. You're at what? How much harm?
4. And then,
Yeah. And then you rolled real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I rolled
okay.
so bad.
So you're not dead.
Right.
Right. But you're like,
Super out.
this thing like knocked you down. You fell back, hit your head on a rock. Right. And the last thing you hear is pancakes like, Heart, no. And you wake up, because this is probably before she comes by.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's in the middle of your conversation. That's better.
Okay. Yeah.
You hear peripheral connection interrupted. Assistance required.
So weird. Okay. Sure, what can I jump into?
Okay. You find, you have, a number of available peripherals.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of them are up the hill.
Uh-huh.
And one of them is unconscious and therefore more available.
Yes! I am going to take that one.
Okay. You come awake with pancakes, holding your shoulder and bang, 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 shooting. And this one Radscorpion is hopping back and forth, and it's big and fast and is avoiding the gunshots, and then a couple gunshots just glance off its chitin.
Mm-hmm.
But what do? You know, you have an enormous handgun in your hand. It's just, you feel yeah, I have a concussion.
Uh-huh.
Wait.
I'm on my back.
I have a question.
Hmm?
Does he use his character sheet or does he use mine?
Roll weird.
That's it. 11.
You may choose the better of whatever you choose to do.
Does it include the heart?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can use direct brain whisper projection on it,
Ooh.
but I think I'm going to shoot it.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Okay. This thing bobs, it weaves, it ducks in, knocks pancakes aside, and jabs the stinger into your chest.
Okay, that sucks.
Roll harm with only +2. Oh, that's good.
5 plus 2 is
Oh,
7.
okay, 7 is better than 12.
Much better.
Kimmy.
That's a lot better than 12. I'm just trying to keep things interesting for you, Jason. I don't want you to be bored.
You drop the gun
Mm-hmm.
and are disconnected from the peripheral device.
Okay.
Kimmy, you wake up with this. There's a edit,
Yeah.
and you're looking up at the underside of the Radscorpion. Your hands are empty, and Pancakes is off to the side, and it looks like she's just still on the ground.
Okay. Okay.
What do you do?
So I don't have any guns or anything.
Well, it's just not you're looking up at this thing and your hands are empty. You're so I don't know what you want to do.
Okay.
If you want to take the time to look around, maybe there's your gun, but hello,
Yeah,
Scorpion.
it's right there. Is the underside softer on them? I don't know enough about scorpions. I guess
know.
I don't.
I don't think Hart knows
If-
either.
Yeah, if Pancake, it's great, super in character. Heart's fine. She's not Yude. I'm Yude.
I
If
assume
Pancake's is in danger, then she's just gonna bust up and try and
Berserk mode.
yeah, berserk,
Yes.
Okay.
berserk heart, punch through its stomach,
Okay.
so it's into her organs.
Okay, let's roll hot
Okay.
with advantage.
Okay.
Oh, it's get an extra die.
You
Yeah,
get to
I
roll
need another
3 and
Okay.
keep the better 2.
Oh God.
Well,
That's a
you
6.
kimmied that one.
5, 6, 7.
But
Okay.
your -1
And then,
hot
oh yeah.
is a 6.
tactics.
Wow.
No.
Keeping it interesting.
They have an exoskeleton, so they don't have an endoskeleton, which means they can't have any soft bits.
No, they've got soft bits.
Yeah,
They're
There
on
are
the
gaps.
inside.
Yeah,
There
they're
are
gaps.
gaps.
There's hope.
You missed the gap.
Yeah. Did not mind the gap.
But yeah, you grab the underside of it, and you're like, ugh, ugh. You like, your hand is in the gap, but you're punching armor.
Okay.
Right? Like, you should just
Do
that.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm
you-
panicking.
you're
about
not doing
thinking.
it right.
Yeah. Also, I'm like almost dead.
right.
Well, you can choose things other than die.
Yes. Oh, I know. But I mean, like, as far as
Yeah.
like the narrative of her, like she's super like beat up and like not
Yeah.
thinking super clearly.
The good news about being under a scorpion is it can't sting you.
That's true.
So it like tries to body slam you for one harm.
Okay.
How much does that put you at?
That puts me at 5.
Okay, so roll harm plus 1.
No.
Whoa.
4, 5, 6, 7.
8.
8. Okay.
I'm the best at rolling the exact opposite of what I need. I want to roll high. No, I rolled low. I want to roll low.
Okay. You lose track of someone, and you're not sure where Pancakes is anymore.
Okay.
Would you like to establish a new peripheral connection?
I would.
Okay.
I would like with the other peripheral.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to establish a connection with...
Mm-hmm. Let's roll. Open your brain, please.
All right, we're going to... Aha! That's 7 plus 3 is 10.
Okay. Connection established, and with that, you can go ahead and take an action.
Okay, well, I am going to now use my direct brain whisper projection,
Okay.
which is I get to use weird to go aggro on them, and if they suck it up, they take 2 damage AP.
Okay. Do you want to use Pancake's weird or your weird?
I would like to use my weird.
Okay.
That's 8 plus 3 is 11.
It sure is. Okay.
So-
what happens?
Well, I'm telling that Radscorpion to fuck off forever.
Okay.
So it can force my hand and suck it up, or cave and do what I want.
It caves.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not intelligent, so. Yeah. It turns and books it up and over the ridge and gone. Hart, you have one last chance to take a shot. You can shoot it in the back if you want. There is a chance,
That I'll exchange harm with it.
well, that it'll get mad and turn around.
Yeah. I feel like she's like really hurt right now. Like, and
Uh-huh.
I think she's, especially since I lost track of where Pancakes is, I'm not sure that she's probably like drifting in and out of consciousness. And I don't think she realizes that that's the direction the Scorpion went, or that's Pancakes, or not Pancakes, or whatever it is.
No. Oh, it's Pancakes.
Yeah.
Pancakes totally gonna run over to you.
Yeah.
Heart. No, and then I'll jump out.
Okay.
Oh,
But I'll
okay.
do the no, Heart, be okay.
No.
Okay.
No. Oh, damn.
Um,
I had a moment, but it won't. Like, I was totally gonna have Heart kiss Pancakes while you were in it, and then not have Pancakes remember.
Oh no.
and have it be yucky for you.
and have Heart be like, "Oh, Pancakes didn't even remember that I kissed her. She must
Oh,
be
that's
like,
too sad.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
too
no,
sad.
that's too
Too
sad.
sad.
I'm
No.
a terrible person.
I like it.
I'm
I like
so-
where your head's
I'm
at,
so
but,
mean to my character.
but I like Pancakes more than that.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
Okay,
And I like Pancakes more than that.
Yeah.
so
I'm the worst with in-game relationships. I'm like, pull them apart. Put it back together. Oh no, pull them apart. It's the worst.
this is not exactly a harm move, but you have 5 harm. Roll 2 dice and add 5, please.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
6.
11.
11.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is the lowest one so far.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. I think that's probably a pass out.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And
That seems reasonable.
Hannibal, what do you do?
I am going to send a Pip-Boy message to some of my boys to go out to where they are to check for Radscorpions.
Okay. Great. Little while later, A bunch of them come back with Heart. Like 3 of them are carrying her. She's big.
Yeah.
And Pancakes is like, oh, careful, like fussing over all this. Has like both the guns and her like trying not to pull her pants down because they're huge. And you're gonna wake up in like Vault Med Bay,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I can work on her like I can work on tech.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, let's roll that then.
Nice.
Well, it isn't. It's just basically you tell me what it takes.
Oh, yeah.
To work on her.
It is. Well, you're gonna need a stim pack,
Okay.
which you have access to. So, actually, you have easy access to that. And it's going to take like a couple days. Partly because there's like a bunch of cracked ribs and other stuff, but like flushing this poison out, you need her to be in a coma,
Right.
right? So you're like inducing a coma, because otherwise she's just going to start barfing everywhere. Like hydration's going to become an issue,
Right.
Like, all
her
that.
muscles start seizing,
Yeah.
shoving it through everything, and just bad.
Yeah, it's bad news. Bad news bears. Yeah, I was going to have expose yourself to danger, but the poison doesn't become an issue for you. And so I'm just going to reveal the information that in dealing with this, like you're extracting stuff, you're accidentally exposed to the Radscorpion poison, and you actually feel like you've had a cup of coffee for the first time in days.
Oh my.
You've not had this feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I'm gonna need to look into this.
Yeah. So,
Get my cup of Joe.
Yep.
we'll have to pick up a couple days from this, and but that's good. We'll be able to fast forward things a little bit, pick up with where Syndy was, and
Right.
and I'm aware of the time. So,
Okay.
anything we need to wrap up for Extrabeth?
I think she is going to talk to the Extravagance about getting a volunteer crew who wants to be on Ghoul retrieval detail. People that have any sort of martial arts and or high dexterity. Achievement, like if anybody's an acrobat.
Well, you have acrobats.
Yeah.
For sure.
Probably some of them, if there's any of the martial artists or like really good, I don't know, extra dexterous dancers that can get out of harm's way easily, and feel comfortable wielding a shock baton.
Yeah.
They're gonna need those.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to make some sort of like shock net shotgun round.
Yeah.
Right? So it goes like in Thor Ragnarok where he gets
Yeah.
Yes.
thing and does-
Perfect.
So, like, Mitch really wants to go on this, but he's not acrobatic. He
Yeah.
is, however, like 50-year-old buff.
Yeah.
You know, like he is fit, and he makes a point. Like he's an excellent shot,
Yeah.
but that's medium helpful
Yeah.
in this situation. But he wants to be part of this crew.
I
So,
think
like,
for him, I think it's more important for him to be on hand to help reintegrate the ghouls once they're healed, because as we saw with Pancakes, that is a very confusing and trying process. So somebody who's been a ghoul, who has become human again, is probably best equipped to handle that.
okay,
I'd rather have him on hand to do that and out of harm's way.
okay, cool.
Yeah. So he can be on the on-site crew, 'cause we're gonna need somebody to, like, build a pen for, like,
Yeah.
where we can put them before they get
Sure.
healed.
And just side note, Mitch is a crack shot.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's
if it
great.
comes up, yeah.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of time to practice.
Well, he actually has not been carrying a gun while he was a ghoul. But in the last couple days, he's like, I wonder if I still got it.
Yeah.
And,
Nice.
it's like, wow, pa, 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 like, Wow.
It's like riding a bike.
Yep.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
it.
Riflery, handguns, like not like the heavy weapon kind of stuff that Hart does, but
Yeah.
as a sniper, yeah, he's the
Ooh.
guy.
Okay. So here's what I want for Mitch then. Eventually, I'm probably going to want to personally go out on one of these missions.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to be my personal bodyguard in that instance,
Okay.
if he's interested.
Yeah. So conversations around that, I think that's a relatively intimate conversation.
Yeah.
And Mitch would probably make a pass at Extrabeth. Is Extra prone to like mingling with her followers, or does she?
Oh yeah, the more attractive, important ones. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not immune to that.
Okay. So yeah, Mitch would like to, as they say, hit that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He would like to protect that ass.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we've all seen the bodyguard in the
Yeah.
vault.
Okay.
She's fine with that situation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So over the couple days where they're talking about like, okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay. Yeah. If I'm your bodyguard, then we need to do this, and then you just end up spending a lot of time together.
Yeah.
He's like, also we could do this.
You could guard your body personally.
Right.
By lying on top of it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I just wanted to see if that was a match.
Yeah.
So a match for Mitch.
Yes.
Mitch match.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay. Anything before we wrap up? Don't worry, all hell's gonna break loose next time. So this was calm.
Nice.
As calm as it ever gets.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Calm as it ever gets.
Okay. As calm as it ever gets.
Totally in there.
Okay. Well, great. Well, game down there. Thank you everybody for joining us. This is Vault 818, the wildest fucking game I've ever run in any format.
That's so good.
And with the least amount of preparation,
Yeah.
I think.
How the hell are you going to prep for anything that happens? Like, there's no...
You just can't.
Yeah.
None. Zero prep.
Yeah.
Chickens. Like, no.
Yeah. So, thanks for joining us. I know the happyjacks.org/schedule is going to be up on the screen in a second. If you're just listening, go to happyjacks.org/schedule in your browser.
Yes.
And then maybe rewind and like start listening to the whole thing.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's it. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Week after next. And we will see you super soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
If I told you the things I'd seen on my ways, if I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So it's best I just don't